fuck's sake.
Live and we're live.
I'm just going to meet myself on the
Hello.
side.
Live.
Hello, anybody. We're here.
Is
How are
anybody
you?
out there?
Anybody out there?
Hello?
Out there? No.
Hello?
They're supposedly, we got some lurkers. So, yeah, we got people out here. So we're good.
Oh,
It's all good. Anyway, so I decided because
because I did think normally we have somebody says something in chat.
there he is. Hey, Jeremy. What's up?
Hi, what up, Jeremy?
Yay. See, he's here.
Hey, strings.
Got somebody. So yeah, for Father's Day, I figured this would be a good topic to at least start a conversation on men and mental health. I don't think guys talk about mental health much. I don't think you guys talk about mental health much, or not a lot of guys do. I think they find
No.
it difficult to talk about it. You know,
I think
even more
like
so.
maybe health issues in general, but like mental health issues even more so because like it's emotions and they're seen as feminine and you don't want to be talking about
Yeah,
any
don't,
weaknesses, let
don't you
alone
have no
mental health.
fifis? No
Eh?
fifis for you.
Yeah, no fifis. Fifis are
That ain't right.
scary. I don't have any emotions, but fifis are
I don't
scary.
like feelings. I don't like
Yeah.
feelings either, though. I try to stay away from them as much as possible.
Yeah.
See, you shouldn't.
No. And the thing is, I think it is better. The what?
Feelings
So-
suck.
Hey, Costa. Well, it depends,
Costa.
right? You have to
Yeah.
deal with it though, because if you don't deal with it, then you just suppress it and push it down, and then it just festers and gets worse. That's the problem with that,
Just-
right?
Yeah.
Bottle it up and throw it at someone when I have an opportunity.
That's not good. That's what we're not supposed to do.
But that's what I was taught. I learned it
right.
from you. No,
So we unlearn this, right? It's like the emotional intelligence part of it.
Oh no, now you seem to be talking about change, and that's not good either.
Right.
Oh God, that's
right.
me to
'Cause-
change.
Change
Well, that's
and
a hard-
emotions. Ugh.
That's a hard thing to do, right? It's to look at oneself. It's probably the hardest thing to do, right? So,
You need
Yeah.
to change. Discuss
It's the-
your feelings.
It's that dog
why
with the
not?
cheese or whatever.
now you sound like Paul.
No.
Crybaby.
Yeah, the way I'd phrase it is like it's really hard to be objective about your subjective self.
Yeah.
So like try to think logically about your own emotions.
right.
don't know.
It's
Yeah, I don't know if you're hearing me because the internet's going my end again, but
it dipped, but now you're back. So it's like one of those things.
Yeah.
This happens to
yeah. So trying to
Valerie,
be
too.
trying to be objective about your subjective state, or trying to bring reason to bear upon your emotions, because there's that thing of sometimes an outsider can see a situation easier than somebody involved, and so in a similar way, I think it's very, very hard to dispassionately examine your passion in a sense.
It is very hard to do that. I think it's very hard for anybody to do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it takes more than just a quick discernment.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of step back and go, whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, at least I do. I can personally say, even as a woman, I have to step back and deal with heavy stuff. If
Yeah.
it's heavy enough.
Men are supposed to be one of the stereotypes about men is they can compartmentalize things, or they find it easier than women do. So you'd think passing out emotion and logic might be easier, but again, I think if you don't acknowledge the emotional side of you, then it's harder to negate it so that you can just look at things with your emotion, because if you're not even acknowledging the emotions there, you can't see how it's coloring your reason.
Exactly. You have to deal, so you always have to deal with the emotion. No matter what you do, you have to confront it one way or another. However you want to do that, that's
with a
fine.
with a lemon in a sock. That's how they say life gives you lemons. When life gives you lemons, put it in a sock and beat the shit out of life.
And then you get a soggy lemon in a sock.
I'm sure that's not how
Fuck
that
you, life.
goes, you know.
I don't
I'm
want
sure
your
that's not
lemons.
how that goes.
That's how it goes for
When
me.
life gives you lemons, make cheesy lemonade. I didn't realise that was a thing.
Foot aid. That's so scary. Oh my gosh. No, yeah, I think that's exactly it too. Is that you have to deal with the emotion to be able to deal with the logic of it
Yeah,
and sort it out, right?
yeah, and I think it's a stereotype again. Like, oh, women just are too emotional. They only think in terms of emotion and blah blah. And then men, it's like, oh, they suppress their emotions, only think in terms of logic, and it's
Yeah.
never that clear cut. And I think like for men as well, the expectation is that that stereotype still holds true, even if it may have changed a bit in recent decades. Because there's still plenty of men like, you know, my age and younger, where it's like, oh no, well, men are expected to be stoic and not show emotions and all this, so I'm not gonna. And so even if you consciously want to, you might be prevented from doing so because you like a display of weakness. Talking about
Yeah.
that kind of thing might be seen as weakness, and if it's weakness, people can attack you. So there's a vulnerability there. But then the way I come to see it when I was older is, well, surely it's strong to expose some vulnerability, because that shows you're not scared of being open, and that you know that you can withstand a critique or criticism or discussion or whatever. So,
Right, right. Well, that's true too. Well, and I think that too, that what guys have to deal with too, even at a young age, and I saw this a lot when I was a kid, is if something happened like to the father or something, just kind of extraneous, yeah, well, toughen up, or
yeah.
you're now the man of the house, or having to accept some responsibility at a very young age because you're a male and what that causes mentally, especially too young. I mean, I knew kids, 12, 14, that whose dad had died, and then they were like, well, now you're the man of the house. Well, that's a shitty thing to say to a kid, because they're a kid and they shouldn't have to be a man at 12, 13, 14 years old.
You're still young enough. You're still at the age where you're trying to discover yourself, and it's
You don't
like
even know who you are, right?
you don't even get the chance to fucking figure
Barely out
it
of
out.
puberty. Your voice hasn't even barely changed, and all of a sudden you're responsible for the household. That's horrible. Just to even suggest that you're
I
the
had
protector. It's like, oh my god, I
So-
saw that a few times when I was growing up, and
I had a
it's
friend.
bad.
I had a friend who basically had to raise his sisters because his parents were very just bad at relationships, especially with each other. And so it was like they'd fight all the time. I mean, I'd stay the night at this kid's house, and they'd be fighting and we would just all be locked in his room, me, him, and his two younger sisters. So
Yeah.
I got to experience their hell through like by proxy, just by being there. So but
Yeah.
this guy
That's gotta
this
be
guy
uncomfortable.
much of
that's not
as
good.
much of a douchebag as this guy turned out to be, it still kind of like I felt bad for him because he didn't really get to be his own person. He didn't have his own agency, essentially. Like he was kind of like, it was like everything he had to share with his sisters. Everything he did, he had to ask his parents whether or not he could even go anywhere, and it was just always him being saddled with all the housework, all of the fucking babysitting, and so it was like, yeah, it was pretty shitty. And so I mean, I don't doubt that that's kind of why he grew up the way he did and the way he turned out the way he did, because
Right.
he didn't have a chance to just be himself, you know. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like
that. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, it just sounds like you're saying that they kind of missed out a developmental stage of growing up. They missed like a
oh yeah,
childhood, and they missed like transitioning from like child, teenager, adult kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, it was like he was basically their parents, like those his sister's parents, without even having any responsibility in making them. You know, it was like,
I like what Riff says here. I'm in the heart of Appalachia country in southern Ohio. If you can rub dirt on it and walk it off, you're expected to do so forthwith, emotional, physical, or otherwise. Yeah,
Mm.
I feel that. Yeah.
yeah, as my grandpa would say, if you can fuck through mud, you can fuck through blood. I don't know where he was going with that, but
Yeah.
that's what he told me. So
Ouch.
Yeah, I kind of get the sentiment, but also don't want to examine that too closely.
he
Right.
was he was he was a
Exactly.
military guy. So I mean, I don't know. You know,
Oh, right. That's just a whole other action on it now. Now I'm thinking like war and
speaking
stuff rather than
speaking to the toughness, you know, the whole
yeah,
toughness aspect.
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Right on, Costa.
Yeah, I'm glad you added that context. Now that makes me feel better, sort of. No, not really. We've gone from possibly dodgy family relations to war and death. I'm not so sure that's a vast improvement, but there you go. Yes,
I'm,
just exactly.
I,
Finger.
all I know is I respond to that with, Grandpa, I really don't care where you you and Grandma made my dad. Okay,
In the trenches or elsewhere.
Don't want to know. TMI. Let's move on.
Exactly. Oh dear. Hi,
No
Bert.
more of that. No, yeah. So I don't know. I just think that, especially, I don't know. I remember
Louis.
during
Hi,
hey
Riff.
Louis, during the pandemic, I remember a lot of men having mental health issues and this issue coming up more or less. Hey, Soundhole Symphony, how you doing?
Oh, sound holes. I think I know
Yes.
who sound holes might be
Uh-oh.
based on Pookie's clue, but I don't want to say in case nobody
Right.
else wants to know. But I
No.
have a feeling I know who that is. Only because Pookie said something about like the third name, and I'm like, oh, I can only think of one person I can remember that's changed their name that much. There you go. Sorry.
Well, that's cool. No problem. Yeah, I don't know. So, anyway, I just figured it was a decent topic for a guy's holiday too. Thinking it was
No.
Father's Day here in the U.S. I went out with my in-laws tonight for that. That was fun.
Oh, it's paws and guitars. Sound holes is paws and guitars.
Oh, pause.
Not who I was thinking of at all. So there you go. I was
It's
wrong. Just as well I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Pause
Yeah,
is just like, I'm
he's
just gonna
changed
let
his
it
name a
out.
couple of times. He's rebranding. That's all. It's just a rebranding thing. I get it. It's a pain in the
Yeah,
butt
no,
because
absolutely.
changing your name. I've when you're known as one thing and everybody's just like you try to go to
Exact-
something else and you can't.
But when you have to like put a prefix real to your name because some other twat has nicked it, then yeah, it's
We'll call
nice.
you Soundhole Symphony from now on. Okay. We'll stop calling you Pause.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
who
know
Paws
that's
is.
gotta
Paws
make you
who?
mad.
What? No idea.
Who?
Yeah. what?
What are you talking about? Where? I don't know.
Oh no, I saw you mention that earlier. Soundhole Symphony. It's Soundhole, isn't it? Soundhole Symphony. But you can't-
Oh,
that's
do they?
rude, isn't it? That's rude.
That's stupid. You two
What?
are crazy.
Maybe set
That's
up a second
horseshit.
account called Soundhole Symphony in lieu and stream on that for a year and point it towards
In
this
lieu.
account. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Something,
you
something.
know.
That's annoying.
Well, and they don't let you
Well,
go
that's an
live
idea.
till you have 50 subs, and then you can go live, and then it's this whole weird thing. I don't know.
Mm.
I never understood
I
it
think you
really.
can go live with under 50 subs if you're on your phone or a PC. It's one or the other. But as I mentioned to that other person one time, they change the rules all the time. So
Yeah, you never know.
I haven't checked recently. So
I just went live when they told me I could, and I don't even
mm,
remember when that was.
hmm
Yeah, I remember it was around 100
I
subs.
don't think I had. I don't think I had that
you
many
may.
subs before I even started doing anything live. But
I
Yeah,
know
because
people that had 30 subs and went live, so I
yeah,
don't know.
because it was like 50
Hey,
subs
G
to
Man.
go live on a PC or something, and then it was like you didn't need any to go live on the other one. I can't remember which way
Right.
around it was. But that, like I say, the last time I checked that was a couple of years ago. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't checked it
that's a
lately either.
and they're just
weird
rude.
way of getting. That's how are you gonna get subs if you can't even go live? Like
Well,
Well,
exactly. It's
the thing is, yeah,
aside
it's
from just
difficult. I mean, I used to get subs because like I chat with people, like visit the same channels a lot, chat with people in the chat or in comments,
well,
and
that's
sometimes people
yeah.
sub you like that and stuff like that. But that's really
But
slow.
yeah.
if you've never like if you're just fresh on YouTube and you want to go live and then it's like
That's the
Oh
thing,
no,
like
though.
how the
yeah.
fuck
They want you to work for it. They want you to do the shorts or the content so you can get enough subs to then go live and then just constantly produce content every second of every waking moment,
they
and
want
even when
you
you're
to
asleep.
they want
Really,
you
they
to
just
work
want you
Exactly.
to stream your life 24/7. That's what they want. Plenty of
Set up a
advertising space.
bot to post your shit for you constantly.
Hmm
I haven't posted a video in like a year. I've been
There you
terrible.
go.
But
Riff's sort of saying that seems to be the way it is now. Still, zero subscribers from your pooter, but 50 from your mobile.
okay, that makes
oh,
more
right,
sense.
that's right. You can verify it. That's right.
That's why I never
Oh,
ran into
I
that
see.
because I never go live from a
Okay.
mobile device anyway.
No, I
Yeah.
don't
Because it's like
either.
I'm not gonna be sitting here going.
Yeah, no, I knew people in my old community that go from a phone, and we don't do that here
I
because
just
it
find it's
sounds like
too
crap.
fiddly, but some people don't have
Fiddly.
PCs, so. But yeah, it just seems like, and your phone, like if you're trying to run a channel from your phone, it just sounds like your phone gets full very quickly because you're trying to keep video on there and
Yes,
edit stuff, and yeah.
exactly. And it just doesn't have the sound quality, and it
The
creates
video
a
quality.
feedback loop in some panels. Like when I'm on Gmaze, it creates a
Oh
feedback
yeah.
loop. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't even. It starts to go wah. You know, and we're up on
It just
Streamyard. And it's
it
like
just
wah,
looks
wah,
like
wah,
it
wah,
looks
wah. I'm
like
like, oh,
total
you gotta go.
trash after a minute. Just like
Got to
it
leave
it
now.
looks like you're streaming from from a potato or something like
Fish eye, fish eye. The one I know that knows how to do it really well is Hubsy. Gary Hubs can do that stuff from a phone, and it doesn't look like it's from a phone.
Oh,
But
okay. Oh,
that's about the
is he
only
using a phone out in the parking lot when he's doing that?
iPhone. An iPhone.
Really?
Yeah. Apple.
Oh, get
So I think
in.
you can do that with an iPhone. I would not
He's
try that with something
yeah.
else.
He's not just a pretty beard, is he?
Right?
he scored a nice little crate of beers the other night.
I
I
saw that.
know.
I was
Boxo
lurking, but I saw
beer.
this. But he was saying he got 2 6-packs and I saw 2 10-pack or I saw 2 5-packs. I wonder if like because I kind of came in right as he was opening it, but like I don't know
Oh.
if he had a seal on it that he broke before he did, or if he already like opened it and drank a couple of them. Cause like he's like I got a 6-pack of this and a 6-pack of that. I'm like. And like other people in the chat were like, "No, there's 5 in each of those. What are you talking about?" But
Yeah, I think he said
cool
he got
either way.
24. I think he
I
said
think
he
he
got
said he got, yeah.
24. Because I saw him in chat or something say it. Like, yeah. So did he win? Did he win that then in a draw or something? Or
They gave it to him.
They
He-
give it.
they've
It's
been
like almost
supporting.
like a little sponsorship they're doing.
They,
It's a
who-
local beer company.
oh,
You can't get I can't get that beer. I tried.
Is
I
it
tried to
like
order
Yuki?
some of it.
Hi, Pookie. Is it like craft beer from the local brewery, like a microbrewery or something like
Yep.
that?
Yeah, some
Yep.
like IPAs or
Nice.
something like that.
Yeah,
that's
and it looks
cool.
really good too.
But like
Yeah.
Wanted to
he
try
got a nice
it.
little note. He got a nice little note with it saying, "You guys, you've been supporting us for, for a while. We wanted to say
Bowen
thank
Island
you."
Brewery. That's what it
And,
is.
yeah,
Really?
you got a 12 pack. You got like a 12 pack, I think, case, and then
Is
those
that because he
little
like
smaller
drinks
packs.
them
and-
on his lives or something? Or
On the live stream. And so they had like a
Oh.
little like a contest thing, and his
Oh,
wife
awesome.
saw it and he happened to enter it. And so they started looking at his channel, and they don't exactly sponsor him, but once in a
Yeah.
while he may get a little gifty poo.
Oh, nice. Oh, well, that's
And
all
they-
right. I mean, he's already doing it, and he likes the beer. Then
Exactly.
yeah, why not? And it doesn't sound like it's like you must talk about our beer every 30 minutes for 5 minutes straight. It's like,
Exactly. Out of contract.
cool.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so it's more fun.
Speaking
Yeah.
you know,
Speaking
it's
of
really
contracts, we gotta do our ad run here. This episode
Oh.
is brought to you by BetterHelp. No, I'm just-
cool. Oh no! Shut up! Don't you dare!
I'm kidding. I'm
Hang on,
kidding.
what?
No, actually,
do
we're
that.
sponsored by Worse. We're sponsored
I was
by
gonna
Worse
say-
Help, which is
Yeah, I was
Dying.
better help. Ooh, that could
Sponsored
set the
by-
cat amongst the pigeons.
Be like Valerie, sponsored by Yeti.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, Valerie
I have
keeps
a
putting the
Yeti,
work
but I
in.
do have a
That's got to
big-ass
happen one day,
chug
right?
jug.
Yeah, they should. Yeah,
I
they should
know
just
how to
sponsor the
do
lot of
it. You do, because I know how to write business plans.
Hmm.
It's a type of business plan you have to write, and you
Just
can
give
get
me
a
free
template.
shit, and I'll talk about you. That's my business plan.
Hey,
Hi,
Valerie.
Yeah,
Speaking of
exactly.
Valerie.
Hey,
Valerie's-
Valerie. See,
Valerie's holding on to the dream. One
hell
day,
yeah, it's gonna happen.
One day, Yeti, you will be mine.
We
you get
have
free
conjured.
templates online, just like you do for like any business plan, right? But it's for particularly for your lives, and you have to kind of gear the whole narrative toward why they should advertise with you, right? Like this is what
Yeah.
I do, blah 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 blah.
Because
so it's a big
you guys are
advertisement for
awesome.
you.
Yeti should just like sponsor the whole community at this point and just say, look, there's an entire music community running from our mugs.
Yeah, we get
How-
thirsty when we play.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
We need our water cold and our coffee hot. Damn
I
it!
don't know, I don't have a
Exactly.
Yeti, but I do have this giant ass chug jug that I bought from Walmart. So
Walmart.
just slap a Yeti stick on it, it'll be fine. Look,
this thing, oh my god, my boss like saw me walking in with that. And he's like, oh hell no. 'Cause it's like it could hold like a 2 liters worth of soda in it. So I was sitting there in front of the soda machine just. And he's like, you're changing that. So they're changing that bag. You know that, right? Like,
did you ever work
for
at
the-
McDonald's? E? So I'm just
I
wondering if you're the
did.
reason the milkshake was always off because you were filling up your
The
jug.
ice cream machine doesn't work.
I worked there for 2 days.
Oh, that's
For 2
enough.
days. Oh my god.
Nah, but their ice cream machine has always been broken, no matter like where you go. I was more of the culprit at rallies, getting free shakes. I could say that I'm not even worried about that. Fucking place is closed now, so you don't need it.
Well, so Kurt used to have. Do you have Speedways? Speedway
Yeah.
gas stations.
Yeah,
you can
fucking
get this
bastards. They close the bathrooms after 8 p.m.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But you can get like all kinds of food there and drinks and stuff, and you can
The
get like
big gulp.
this punch card. And so when he was first divorced and living in the apartment by himself and had absolutely no money, he would get these punch cards. He could go to Speedway, have all the cards punched, so he could actually like feed his kid.
That's
you
before
know,
they came
there.
out with the Speed Rewards program. Which
So
is
he
also
had this
bullshit.
I mean, it looked like a 2-gallon jug.
The big gulp, the
It was
64 ounce
bigger.
big gulp.
It was like 3 64-ounce Big Gulps. And he would fill that thing with coffee in the morning. It's like, holy crap, man. How do you drink all that?
How do you stay away from the
How do
bathroom
you
after
not
all of
right?
that?
Exactly. And you don't. You know. But it was something else. When I first started dating him, you know, I was like, what is this thing? How do you even hold this? How is this? Oh, this is my coffee cup. I'm like, Jesus, God, it's huge. I mean, I thought this was bad enough. You know, this is, I don't even know, 16 ounces, you know.
Oh, this motherfucker's heavy. It's like a
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
Frank.
Justine, can you pin Valerie's comment to the top? It's got Mr. Smith's tribute page. And if you can do that,
I can, if I can figure this out here.
Martin.
probably to the right and 3 dots for a menu, probably
Okay.
something like that.
Got it. Thank you.
See,
Bird, what is fried pie? Like, isn't there a word missing there? Fried what
okay,
pie?
so
what kind of
it's
pie?
like it's like a little pie pastry. Literally, it's just deep fried.
Oh,
deep
like
fried.
Is it a
Oh,
meat
that's,
pie?
yeah. There's meat pies that are fried. There are,
Oh,
like, sweet pies that are fried. They fry everything.
is
They
that
fry everything here. It's disgusting.
because that like happens in Scotland where they just fry apparently Mars bars and all sorts of things, but like
Oh, that sounds
fried
like-
meat pie
that
and
sounds
fried apple pie.
Mars bar.
Fried
I have
apple
to say,
pie,
we
I
used to
don't know.
freak out Smithy with all this shit, didn't we?
Oh, if Valerie is still in chat, because you were talking about sticky toffee pudding the other day, there's another
Yes.
kind of pudding like you boil in a bag or whatever, and I'm sure you've all heard of it, spotted dick. But
Oh,
there's
yes. I
there's
have.
this
Oh
there's
my
this
God.
channel called Taste in History, and I'm about a year behind, so it's about 11 months ago. There's a video about spotted dick, and it's how to cook it, but it's also about where the name comes from. So if you've ever wondered why it has a horrendous name, you can, steamed puddings are like steamed in water or
Boil
boiled
it
in a bag,
in a
that kind of thing.
bag.
But yeah, spotted dick, which really helps the purpose of dessert. It really helps sell it, doesn't it? It's called spotted dick, and it's pudding you boil in a bag.
I
Because-
can't. I
Because the
can't wrap my head
stereotypical
around.
horrendous name, I think I'm good.
We're literally we're literally doing sous vide with pudding. Why? What? I know it's bad enough. Like spotted dick came like I found it in a can before. Why is it? Why are we sous vide cooking a
That's what I saw. It's like the Heinz thing in a can, and I saw it at the grocery store.
That is a new thing, and that's like the thing is, spotted dick is the kind of thing you read about in stories. You don't actually ever have any, right? Like it's very
Right.
unusual. That's a new thing, having it in a can, and that I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know.
But,
But, you know,
Valerie,
Valerie's
You're
doing
killing
it.
me.
I know. I saw that. I was pissing myself at that.
Dad.
That was
I mean,
that
what
was
if-
half what I was laughing at. Freckled Richard.
what if you open up a can of spotted dick and it's also got a piercing? Is that spotted dick and Prince Albert in a can?
Yeah, that's a that's a spotted Prince Albert.
Lord.
Or a Piers spotted dick, whichever, whatever.
I like the laugh.
Waiter, excuse me. There's a piercing in my spotted dick.
Oh my god. Oh man.
It
with
appears to be
names
right at
for
the tip of
things.
it.
What the hell? Oh. I mean,
Just wait
it's
until you get to the penny.
I mean, just the names for
Okay.
things are just
Okay. Anyway, there is a
hysterical.
very informative video about spotted dick on Taste and History's channel, including where the name comes from, and it's nowhere as near as funny as the conversation we've just had. But yeah, it's very good.
Watch this. The
It's
funny thing,
educational and funny and
it's
make you hungry.
educational.
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 Yes, spotted dick. Yeah, spotted dick sausage party. What?
I actually subbed to him way back. I
Yeah.
was going to do
He's
a
brilliant,
Roman
Max.
feast with a friend of mine. We were going to
Oh,
make
yeah.
food, me and my friend Jen, because she's the girl with the big garden and like grows grapes and
yeah.
craziness, like okra and heirloom
What's-
tomatoes.
what's-
And I'm about to go over there July 7th and
Hi,
get
Dimebag.
things. Anyway, hey,
Dare I
Darren.
ask, what's the opposite of spotted dick? Evaded pussy?
I don't know. Variegated vagina? I've no idea. I don't know.
That's perfect. Oh my god. Eh.
What?
It just brought images of Georgia O'Keeffe. Anyway,
Can you see Birdfinger's comment? I'm sorry. That's good. Your mama.
that's yo mama.
See, so this is exactly this. Men need to talk more and more about their spotted dicks. Okay,
Yes,
listen, dick spots are completely natural. They happen.
exactly.
Right.
Dick spots. It's like sunspots, but
We all
where I
get,
was going with that.
We're back to the
Little-
freckled Richard again.
freckled Richard is the
Tongue kisses.
best.
Don't
That
do that.
rocks.
There was a
Okay,
fashion, wasn't there,
listen.
for men exposing their assholes to sunlight.
You know,
bet
I was
you
I
ever heard of that.
when I saw the spotted dick on the shelf, I'm like, okay, I'm willing to give that a try. But then I looked over slightly to the right,
Okay.
and I saw Warted Williams,
Slip
and
that
I'm
away.
like, oh hell no.
Yes, Valerie. Yeah.
No Warted Willies for me, thank you. I'm okay on that.
It's totally what it's all about. Later, Pookie.
Oh, dear.
Pookie's had a
Sorry.
weekend of moving.
Oh yeah, bye Pookie. Pookie can't handle all of the talk about
No,
pudding.
she's helping her friend move. So she's,
She heard. She said she heard Warted Willies, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go now.
I'm out.
I know Pookie. She's put up with worse than that, so I know we didn't chase her off. Hey, Gary. Yeah, totally.
Hubs.
I
Oh,
know.
Gary.
Do you think that Hubs' Chubbs enhancer would help spotted dick? What do you reckon?
It's not a-
Shove it, shove enhancer.
Oh my. Well, you know.
Now
It's
available in
men's mental
32-ounce
health.
bottles.
Running out for pizza. Yay. Cool, man. Gotta love pizza.
Ah, yeah.
We did the whole.
So, do you guys think that men have got better about like talking about health issues, like in recent years or generally through time, or
Yes and no. I think
Yeah.
a lot of misinformation is being put out. Like, you know, you're talking about health issues in men. There's a deep insecurity about a lot of the men. There's this thing called the manosphere. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. You know, Andrew Tate and all them.
Yes.
They fucking these guys
Toxic masculinity.
are so ass backwards because they're like, okay, you know, homosexuality is so gross, blah 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 blah, and you know, but at the same time, they're so concerned about what other men are doing with their privates, their testosterone intake, and
Yeah, it's like they're obsessed by it, but then they out of the other side of their mouth they say how gross it is.
they're,
And it's
they're
like, well, which is it?
Your testosterone, you need testosterone boost and blah blah blah. Because we, as a man, I care more about your testosterone levels than I do my own, which is like it's not, you know,
Why?
little just a little gay. I'm just saying, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of the things that because like I don't know if I've said before, but like I worked in call centers a lot, and there was one came on off break, and there was five of my male colleagues all looking at oily men, muscly men online. And I'm like, and you're the guys who take the piss out of me for being gay because I don't like football. And there you all are ogling men and going, oh, look at this guy, he looks good. I'm like,
Wrestling
seriously?
ain't gay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, look, if you are, that's fine, but just be honest about it and don't fucking
Right.
be homophobic while you're ogling men yourselves and you're fucking you're supposed
Yeah.
to be working.
Exactly. That's my thing is that don't what is wrong? Yeah, turn around and call you gay, and then turn around and do something like that. It's like, oh god,
Yeah.
you guys are such
Well, I mean,
hypocrites.
I used to say when I was a kid because I was constantly getting harassed for not liking football because clearly, you know, if you have a Y chromosome, you just have to. It's genetic, and and I was just when I got a bit older and a bit more well, when I actually used to speak out loud to people, and I'd say, well, again, it was a similar thing. It was like, well, you're calling me gay, but you're the one who watches football, and then they all get in a bath together afterwards, like 12 naked
Yeah.
men.
Slap each
However-
other's asses.
However
at the
many
end
is
of,
in
like,
a
Yeah.
football
games and
team, because
shit.
I'm not even sure how many is in a football team, if it's 12 or not. But yeah,
Oh, I
about that
know.
number. Like, come on.
I like here, like American football, like East Side, these guys slap each other on the ass, you know, and they got them
Yeah.
bubble butts, and they're all like bap bap, and it's like, whoa, if that's not a little gay
Slap
there,
an ass.
I don't
Gotta
know
slap
what
ass.
is, you know?
No slap ass. No slap ass. Slap ass. I want to slap ass. Who's like the Key and Peele sketch
Key
where it
and
was like
Peele.
the one guy he liked to slap ass and everyone's like, no, just don't slap ass. Just don't slap ass.
Yeah, I do like
But-
those two.
Yeah, there's
Some of
just
their
this.
sketches.
Well, and okay, so there was, I had this experience in college, right? And I was terrible back then. And I would play the Socratian method on people where I would just answer questions with questions. And so there was this particular guy in this Greek lit class I was taking. And it was a small class, and it consisted of mostly my friends, and even the professor I was friendly with. And there's this guy, and we were trying to give this guy a chance. We'd never seen him before. But he was horribly homophobic. Horribly, and horribly misogynistic. Every comment was against a woman. And so the question in this particular instance was we were sitting in a circle, you know, because we're reading a piece of literature, reading the Odyssey. And the teacher posed the question, there's this certain passage in the Odyssey where Odysseus comes back after 20 years, basically being missing. They didn't know if he was alive or dead, right? And he returns in a costume. And his handmaid, so a handmaid would nurse the babies, not the mother, but it was almost like a mother because they would nurse the children for the queen or whatever. And so
Yeah.
he was nursed by this woman. It's like his mother. And so she
So,
screams.
Wet nurse, right?
Exactly. She screams because she recognizes him, like, oh, Odysseus, like that. And he slaps her. Whack. And the question is, why did he do that? Why did he do that? Right?
She's
that we
blowing
were
his cover.
Well, and that's kind of what we said, but we were like, well, you know, he could have put her. He didn't have to
Because
slap her.
I would
That's
assume that it's
where
also.
we were going with it, right?
I'm
But
assuming it's probably expected that a son wouldn't slap his own mother.
well, aside from
And,
that, the
you know-
question aside, right? That the point is this guy in my class says his response was because Odysseus is a man's man, and so he had to slap her because he's a macho man's man, and that's what a man does. Okay, I said okay. Wait. I pushed my seat back. I said, okay, all right, let's go with that. That's fine. I said, historically in Greece, what they would, the men, real men, macho men, and I'm talking the real men of the time, head of households, very important, okay, would leave their women, and why women in literature and Greek literature are called white-armed versus dark or whatever, is because to distinguish a kept woman or a noble woman, was the white-armed woman from a slave who gets tan out in the field. Okay, and it's a dark woman, dark-skinned. So the women they would keep that they wanted to breed with, no shit, they would keep in the house, and then they would go out and screw each other. And that's historical. That's real. They would. And so I said, so, having said that and put that forth, who are the real men? And this kid's eyes went droop. I was like, yes, mission accomplished. And I just looked at him like, so who are the real men? You tell me. What are real men then? Describe this real man who would go out and, bugger other men, but then come back and slap his own mother, basically.
Yeah, because there's still cultures today where, like, there's still that machismo, macho, stereotype that men live up to and expected to. And yet there are things like that going on as well, where they would, like, sleep with other men or whatever. Because, like, in Rome as well, they used to have that sleeping with young men as well going on, didn't they? So
they
and it wasn't
call it
seen as
platonic relationships.
yeah. And it's not-
we've come around.
Yeah.
Well, we've come around so full circle because, like, now it's like even loving your wife and spending too much time with her makes you gay.
That's what I was thinking when you were talking earlier, E. It's like it gets so bad that to desire women is now gay, and it's like, what? Oh God!
But to spend those guys who say bros before hoes, like, okay, what are you
That's
talking
not
about
gay,
there?
right? Exactly. It's just,
But
it's ridiculous.
it's not gay if you don't look him in the eyes while he's blowing you. These are actual conversations they have. Okay, I didn't invent this.
Well, it's like, when I was in Seattle and they had the whole heroin problem, right? And they would say, I saw so many people say, well, it's not a problem because, it's not a problem. Shoot it in the butt and you can't see the tracks. Well, no, you are still addicted to heroin. You're just shooting it in your ass, so nobody can see it.
And tracks are pretty much burn marks anyway, aren't they? So they're still not good.
No, I mean, they're still in your butt, too.
There's
Fold them in your butt.
It's commonly
Shit, different day.
It's been commonly reported that, like, whenever Republicans get together, Grindr crashes.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that, I was just like, oh, that just sounds about right. Sounds about right. Because again, it's like that thing of, like, the Shakespeare quote of, I think he doth protest too much, for men that are so macho that they've gone to where you're, like, thinking to yourself, you're overperforming masculinity so fucking hard that it's like, I think he doth protest too much. I think maybe he's not quite so straight or super straight. There was that thing about super straight for being transphobic as well. It's just like, it's just so ridiculous. And like, and the thing about Red Pill as well, it's always women in the sense of that worst stereotype of masculinity, toxic masculinity, about possession and sleeping with a woman, nothing else. No friendship, no shared interest, no building a life together.
This is why exactly why I stopped dating, right? It's because there's no guys out there that know how to hold a conversation. There's no emotional intelligence there. They just want to go from like 1 to 1,000, like let's rev it up and 1 to 100 miles an hour. No, so what the? I don't know you.
They want to move that fast because they
Can
took
you hold a do you know how to put 2 words together? No.
It's because they took a Cialis and they only got 4 hours.
It's just seriously.
Jesus. Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
and again,
just
from
the
their point of
mentality.
view, it's like that. Yeah, exactly, Justin. Yeah, it's like.
And then they want to blame the women because we don't. Well, no, because we can tell that you cannot hold a conversation within the first 2 minutes. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you?
Can we bang now?
Right, and that's just it. I had one of them just go, "You're so pretty, you're so cute, you're so pretty." Every 2 seconds, I'm like, "Okay, I'm tired of this. Thanks." Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye. No, that you don't love bomb somebody. That's just weird. You know?
Or
Hold a conversation, but that's why a lot of women, we have a choice now, right? I have a job, I can take care of myself, I have my own home, I can sustain myself. I don't need a man. I would love that in my life, a relationship. If that came along, great, with the right person that can hold a good conversation and is emotionally intelligent. But that's the problem, is meeting that. That is like really, really difficult. So
their
not
Venus
trying
says it's
anymore.
their Venus says
Agnes.
it's always the woman's fault. And whatever we were talking about, yeah, because goddamn, if Eve didn't just
That's
fucking
PTP.
eat that
Hey, dude.
apple,
What's up?
if Eve didn't eat that apple,
Yeah, they say it's our fault, but the reality is that they
how
forgot.
dare you exist?
Some men, and not all men, I'm not trying to say all men do this, okay? Please, no. That's just not true. I know, okay? I don't believe that. But there's at least the ones that I've met on dating, I'll tell you that much. It's pretty bad. Um, they don't know. And maybe it's just the whole method of it. It's just so freaking, it's like a meat market in that. But, I think that, learn how to hold a conversation, or learn at least some type of, you are talking to a human being. I know, yes, we're female that whole hype, but we are, have a brain and can talk and like to do so. So
It's kind of ironic that you say you say that, because it's a lot of these guys, like, the same guys who are like, I only talk to real women, of course, referring to transphobia, but they go and they simp on AI OnlyFans models. And that to me is deeply ironic. Where you see some OnlyFans model, she's an AI, because her, obviously she's got like 20 fingers on one hand, and her tattoos move around from picture to picture.
Migrating tattoos always a
where's
giveaway.
Will D with the Satan's AI girlfriend? Oh my god, that's so great.
Like, man, that is a really nice hummingbird tattoo. It's morphed into something indistinguishable and is now on your thigh. But anyway, these guys are like, oh, I'd marry you. I want to wife you so bad. And it's like all that. It's like, she's not real, right? Like, I mean, you want to talk about real women.
Isn't that like a mind effing? Don't you think? Like all that. We were going to talk about that in a show, but we might as well talk about it here because it's just as good. That's total mind screwing stuff. Like really, like people talking to AI like it's a relationship. Like do. Stop that. Don't do that. Stop. Ooh. Okay. At least you can get like on places like this and talk to people of like mind. You don't have to. It doesn't have to like be weird.
That means talking to people, having conversations.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier to just throw your horniness at an AI OnlyFans model.
Nope, not just rum and cakes, my friend. Love that. Oh God, yeah. Although that helps, but it's not all that. No.
I mean, I thought cheesecake was like the clear winner.
Not for me. Nope.
Well, because dairy.
Can't eat it. Nope. I don't eat dairy.
The thing is, like the internet and tech like makes these things worse, and it's that some young men and teenagers even have got attitudes that I would associate with men that are, as a stereotype, men that are like 20 years older than me, like boomers, like really bad, the worst stereotypical attitude of like an older bloke. And like people, like lads that are like 15 have got those attitudes because they've just had the red pill, talking at them since they were like 10 or 12, I think. And the thing is as well, like, I think like men and women and MBs, anybody else talking to AI is like part of the atomization of society and alienation and closure of third spaces like social clubs and places you can go meet up with people where you don't have to pay any money or
Right.
minimal amount of money. And like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I was getting frustrated because it seemed that when it came to pop music, people were like, well, you can't put a concert on unless you've got like 5 massive sponsors and you've got 10 million pounds for all the outlay and you've got to be guaranteed to make an income back and all this.
Right.
Whereas people do still have gigs in pubs here, for example, but it doesn't happen as often as it used to. But it's because a lot of people can't afford to go and drink anymore in the pubs.
Right.
And you can't smoke, and a lot of people like smoking and all that. So there's combinations of things that have just meant that and then like the pandemic, a lot of young people in the pandemic, again, that he was talking about a friend earlier who sort of was jump started from kid to adulthood, and a whole generation of kids missed an important part of socialization due to the pandemic and not going to school. And
Yeah, my
it's just,
stepkid
it's
did.
a lot.
My stepkid just had started high school when all that happened. So he had to, it was part-time for him. On certain days, he would go into class and do his classes, but the rest of the week, he was at home. And he actually did very well. He's a pretty self-disciplined kid. So he got through the pandemic, unlike some kids, he got all A's. He was able to
Yeah.
maintain his grades. But a
Yeah.
lot of kids weren't. They slipped way back, you
Yeah.
know, and really got held back because of the pandemic. I felt so bad because I felt like he missed out on a whole social aspect of high school that
Yeah.
we had that he just didn't because of that whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly feel like as a millennial, I feel like I'm probably of the last generation to really experience what it was like to go outside and play. Like, I mean, I know kids
Yeah.
still do. The kids,
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
idiots, are running around here all the time, getting in the way. And but you know, hey, you know, can't fault them for that. I was doing the same thing,
They're
but
kids, yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
should.
they gotta go
job.
somewhere. They gotta go somewhere because otherwise they'll lose their fucking minds and fucking.
I sure would rather him play,
Dude.
you know, basketball in the street than
But a
you
lot
know,
of
do
them
anything else.
though
That doesn't bother me.
are so locked into the fucking in some kind of screen. Usually like you know iPads or you know phones or
PlayStations,
something.
Xboxes.
Yeah. I was in my generation. It was kind of always thought it was funny because, you know, my parents everywhere were always like, "You kids spend too much time playing video games." Well, you brought it into the house. You know, I mean, I didn't get my Nintendo myself. I'm a kid. You bought me it. You know.
Well, that was the thing with my
but we
stepson
still-
too. It was that it was gifted to him, and then to shut him up one day, his mother gave it to him and set it up, and from then on, the kid was addicted.
But you know, like you know, like in my generation, we still went out and played. I mean, we got bored with the games because the games, to be honest, weren't that great. You know, but but
Right.
we you know we still went out and played. We still met up with friends. You know, I remember online dating really wasn't much of a thing until you know at least until like I was at least like 24 or 25 or something. You know. It was
I
just
don't
very
remember online dating being a real thing till about. I remember hearing a lot about it in the early aughts because I had a girlfriend. Okay, do y'all remember Average Joe from the Sarah Palin fiasco? How she
No.
used that. Okay, there was this guy that would speak up, and he was like, you know, all pro Sarah Palin, and who was her running mate, the guy that passed away from brain cancer. Anyway,
John McCain.
McCain. So he was all like rah rah, and then so she used him as like this like a sponsor, like, you know, this political like dog guy, and he was like Average Joe. All right, well, that guy, okay, so my friend Chris started online dating, that Match.com thing. met this guy. She really liked him. She's watching TV, and this guy named Average Joe pops up, and she's like, what the fuck? And it's this guy she's been online dating. And he told her he was single, and up there he's spouting that he's got a wife and kids and all this stuff and a house in Ohio and blah, blah, blah. But he told her he was a single man. And he's up on television. Television! You're right. She was dating Average Joe. She was mortified. Absolutely mortified.
Yeah, I mean,
Mortified.
Hopefully you
She
would
was like,
be.
done.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm done. I'm done. You're done. I'm quitting this. I'm done.
Thing is, though, just seeing as well, like, we're of a similar age, so we were young before the internet. I mean, and the thing is, like, the internet came to the States before it. Like, the first time I saw the internet in the UK was 97, and that's because I was at university at the time.
Okay.
So, so there wouldn't have been the whole like, well, Red Pill.
I'm
wasn't
young
a
enough
thing,
to
and it
remember
wasn't the
AOL
extreme
discs.
you know, attitudes
Right.
towards women at that time. And so, for you to say that you've quit dating for similar reasons as to what we're talking about, the Red Pill, that's pretty, like,
Yes.
bad.
It's bad. It is bad. And so I remember the internet in was it 89 or 90? I think it was 1990. Maybe it was the end of 89. It might have been the end of 89. It was right in there. That's when I saw the internet. I had a really good friend. He was a year older than me, so he had graduated. I was in my senior year. And he had an apartment right near my parents' house. So I would hop over there because it's better to hang out there than with my parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went over there, and he had his computer. It's like a little, studio apartment. And he had his computer set up, and he had it, it would slow load. Remember that? It would load up. And it loaded up the Dew Man. He loved Mountain Dew. My friend Todd. So Todd had this and it would go doop 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 doop, and it was the Mountain Dew logo, but it said the Dew Man. And then he was typing, and I'm like, Todd, what are you doing? He's like, I'm talking to people. I'm talking to people all over the world. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he introduced me to chat rooms in the internet. I had no idea what the F they were at that point. And like 3 years later, I had a computer and I was in AOL chat rooms. So
I remember the AOL discs, the little floppy discs with the free hours or whatever, and dial up. Oh, that glorious
Dial up.
ear.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a gateway. Oh my God, I had a gateway.
Yep.
I don't even know what a gateway is. What's a
Gateway
It's a
was a
computer
brand
name.
of computer.
Yep.
It was a
Yeah,
brand
no,
of computer, and they were
Tell
their whole branding was like cow themed.
Yeah, it
And
was.
it was like they had like the black and white spots.
Oh yeah,
like,
I've just googled it. I can see the black and white Frisian cow pattern cube.
Yep. But the
Like a
whole
cube?
thing is they would send you the whole package, and all you had to do was plug and play. That was the thing about.
Well,
Gateway
they
at the
said
time.
it was plug and play, but it was
The one I had a gateway, and it was plug and play. It wasn't bad. It
was plug
lasted
and
quite a
play, but
while. It
it
lasted
was-
quite a while. Better than the
mine-
Dell I had.
Well, mine and my dad's first computer was the ZX81, which was made by a guy called Sinclair in the UK, and that was in about
This is the,
85,
Commodore.
1985.
Wow,
So,
that's early.
because my dad and I would I got into sci-fi because of my dad. So he really wanted a home computer, even though he had no idea what he was going to do with it. So, and there was like maybe 2 decent-ish games, but like the pixels were black and white, and they were probably 5mm square.
And
But like it was a home
you
computer.
had to load. You had to load those programs with a cassette tape, didn't
Yeah,
you?
with an audio cassette tape. Yeah, so like the dial-up modem sound, that was what you listened to as the software loaded every time, and it often failed about 3/4 of the way through, and it wasn't like dial-up modem can take a while, but some of these games would take like 15 minutes to load up, and then it would fail in minute 12, and it's like, oh my god, no!
Yeah. This is an in joke between me and
An
my,
Oregon
my
Trail I
stepkid
know of
right there.
because of
I
Watskin
died of
references to it in
dysentery.
American comedy. Yeah, it's and that because the ZX81 wasn't even a green screen, and Sinclair made an electric vehicle, so it was almost
Oh,
it was a three-wheeler, and you sat on
oh,
it
okay.
like you were sitting in a chair, but with your legs straight out in front of you. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
handlebar was underneath your legs, and you would steer it like that. And there was a wheel at the front, two at the back. But the thing was, it was really low. So if you were in front of a lorry, you were going to end up like a hedgehog, flat. So
What are
and
you
it was
what
and
is
it was
this?
and it was electric, and it was electric. So it was made of plastic. It was really really light because the battery weighed a fucking ton, and
Oh my
the range on
God.
it was probably like 5 meters at 3 miles an hour. But like, I was really excited as a sci-fi fan and everything. I was like, oh, 20 years later we're gonna have cars, and then it's like, no,
Yeah, no,
that's not what's gonna
nothing.
happen, Limey.
Where are my flying cars? No,
Yeah, exactly. Where are my flying cars?
Kurt's dad, he was in he worked for Chrysler, but he was in the computer section, right? He's a computer whiz. And we had the Commodore 64. I don't know if anyone out there remembers that thing. But
I had friends who had those.
and in television. So that's what Kurt had. He had a Commodore 64 and in television. And in television was like a kind of like Atari. So it was like a video game
They have
system.
like the remote, the remote with the buttons and the dial on it.
And then you had certain games. Well, what Kurt's dad could do is basically pirate those games. So he would
Right.
take they would borrow it from a friend and he would copy it because it was tape, like you guys were talking about. It was just a tape. So he would copy it and then give it back, and they had all of the games for free because my dad-in-law knew how to do all that shit.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is
you could just
crazy.
copy if you had a double tape deck, which at that time we didn't even have a double tape deck to copy games, but friends of mine did who'd got yeah stereo systems. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
I had a double
on
tape
my
deck for a minute.
old
Yeah.
tape player, it was a dial volume control with grooves. So one of the grooves I scraped out deeper so that I knew where to set the volume in order for the software to load.
Right. That's brilliant. I love that. Yeah, you had to know exactly what you were doing with that stuff.
It's
I
just
remember.
very temperamental, and also like copying software programs out of very badly printed computer magazines, so you were never sure whether it was a mistype or it was blurry, and then one character wrong and the thing wouldn't work, like typing out
Right.
BASIC.
And
Yeah,
you're typing it and typing it and typing it, and you're like, shit, where's the
and
error?
I thought the ZX81 was so cool because it had a flat keyboard. But
Yeah.
when you're trying to play a game and not look at the keyboard, that becomes really annoying very quickly. Because
Yes.
you think you're pressing the key and you're not. You're pressing the gap in between the keys. It's like, ah!
You can't tell
Yeah.
what the. I remember those flat keyboards. Those were crazy.
Yeah.
Those were weird. They had no action on them. The keyboard that I have right now
Weird
is a gaming
membrane.
keyboard, and it has extra action.
I
usually
like
Like-
mechanical. I need mechanical. I need to feel that
I
key
wanted-
in here.
You want keyboards like Valorant's, don't you? That's what you want.
Yeah, I
have,
kind of have one.
like-
It's like playing a piano.
I see. I like Eve's light up one. I want a lighty up one like that.
It's got like
mine lady up.
I like the lights.
hold on. Where's
Looky. Mine's
I'm
a
FM.
all about the functionality. I just want the pretty lights. Yeah, look, strobe lights.
That's
I just
mine,
watch the
too.
keyboard all night.
I got a white one that I for work. My work one is white, but this one's
Oh
black.
my god, look at that.
Yeah, his is really.
Twinkly.
Theirs is really bright.
He can make pretend he's on the bridge of Star Trek. Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, your lights are a little. Mine's cheapier, but
mine's massively cheap. I
It's
think I got
got-
like $10 on.
it's got
on
like
Amazon.
the purple. I just liked it because it's mainly blue and purple.
Yeah, I love the purple turquoisey colours. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So, and it lights up the room. So, like, if I turn the lights off and this is still on, it's like a night light. It's nice, so I can still see what I'm going through. It serves like a double function. Anyway, but it works. Yeah. So, It's been an interesting day. ColecoVision. I remember ColecoVision, Jeremy. I had an Atari though. I do remember ColecoVision. There were a few. There was Intellivision, ColecoVision,
Donkey
Atari.
Kong.
My dad had
Yeah, I love
had an
Donkey
Atari.
Kong.
My dad had an Atari Jaguar, like that like was one of their failed.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they tried to, I think it was like 32-bit, but like the graphics were like just not really
I
there.
think. Oh yeah, I think the ZX81 was. I'm not joking. I think it was like 1K, like 1 kilobyte.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then we got an expansion pack for it, so it was 16K. It's like it's just
We had
like an
the,
email takes more memory than that nowadays. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly. I had the Atari. I think it was called 1600, right? So it was like the basic one, and like you had some good games. Like Space Invaders was like a favorite, and another favorite of mine was Missile Command, which was really hard to play, but it was really fun. So those were two of my and Galaga was another good one. But there was
I'm
this.
guessing was missile command like Worms that you had to like shoot it and take account of trajectory and all that kind of thing, or
Yeah, the mountains, and then these
love
missiles would
worms.
come down, and then you had to aim your bomb at the missile, right, to shoot it.
Okay, yeah.
And you couldn't aim it in the middle of the line because it already passed. You had to get the end of it, and it was really challenging to do.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I
remember
like the
Worms.
strategy and the challenge of it, because they would all come down at once, and you're like pew 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 pew. You're running around trying to get them all before they bomb all your bombs. Because once they
Yeah.
bomb your bombs, you're done, right? But
Yeah.
there was this one game, and me and my brother would share this thing, right? Because my brother's 12 years older than me, but at this point he was like a teenager, and I'm like a little kid, right? So I'm 9, and he's like 17. So it was like 16. So we're sharing this game, and we're downstairs playing it, and we're trying to play this basketball game. And it's an Atari 1600 in like 1970 whatever.
Like
And-
3 pixels. Yeah,
Pixels. And these guys are pixels, and they're running through each other, and it got so ridiculous. The bouncing ball, like the digital square of the bouncing ball, and we were slap happy. It was really late at night. And we just start laughing. We just start screwing it up on purpose to the point where that game was so stupid. It was so badly done, that
And then
you
and
just
then-
try to fuck it up.
And then your friend invites you over to play games, and they pop in ET. The original ET game that
Oh,
they
that
ended
was
up
the-
burying.
that was
in
I felt ripped off
concrete.
on that one. I got that for my birthday or something, and I was like, it's not doing any. And it was supposed to be like a Legend of Zelda thing, and I was excited about it. It was so damn lame. You died like in 2 seconds. You'd fall down a hole. And
You didn't even know what the hell you were supposed to do. You're just this dumb little fucking
wander back and forth and
6
fall down a hole.
pixel, 6 pixel count ET.
Pitfall
effigy
was
walking
good.
around like.
Joust was good, Hugh.
I
Joust
love
was
Joust.
another one like Pitfall. And we were talking about this in another stream, I think today or yesterday. My brother's favorite video game from back then was a game called Defender. And it
I
was
played
planes.
Somebody mentioned that in chat a minute ago.
And you
I
had
bet.
to, that was and Centipede. I was Boomer. I was good at Centipede. I was good at Centipede when I was a little kid. I was like 10 years old, and I would kick butt. There was an arcade across at downtown Detroit. So our store was on Woodward, the corner of Woodward and Park, Grand Circus Park, and there was an arcade right across the street. And once in a while, my parents would let me escape with an older, well, it was my sister-in-law's sister. So she was 3 years older than me. So they'd let me escape with her. We would go to the arcade. I would kick kids' asses with that damn game that were way older than me. I'm like, bam! I loved it because it was this rollerball thing. And I had a command of that stupid rollerball thing at that game. It was so fun. But
Yeah, I
it
seem
was
to remember
so
people playing that. And Dragon's Lair, I think I only ever saw that once when I was a teenager and was in Wales and used to go to, because my parents didn't take us to arcades. We didn't go to arcades, but
Wasn't that the
yeah, I remember
Philips
seeing
game?
Dragon's Lair and just thinking it's like a cartoon. It's like it's a computer game,
Yeah,
but
it was
it's like
that-
a cartoon. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Philips CDI
Yeah.
game. And then
No.
they also
was it
released
really?
they released a Zelda game that was kind of like that too.
Yeah,
it was
they
just
did.
fucking
Oh, wow.
atrocious.
We had
Uh,
several arcades that we could walk
uh.
to. So there was one in the mall, right? And then there was one like right. I mean, Kurt and I could walk to it, and so when we could find somebody to drive, my friend Mark and his Bronco, we would get him to drive us to the mall, and we would hang out at that one. But that one was okay. The one that was nearer to his house was really good. It had all the really good games, and it was a cleaner one. It was like nicer. So we would try to bust up there, like on Saturdays, right? And we would rule it, you know. We would just go up there and just start like he liked the pinball machines. Actually, he just liked pinball. But I was addicted to Galaga and Centipede. And I would try Defender. I wasn't as good at it as my brother, but I had an advantage that my brother owned a store in downtown Detroit, and he would get video games, right? He would get them, and Saturdays I would work with him, and it was really, really slow. There was like no customers on a Saturday in downtown Detroit in 1985, 6. So what he would do is he would open up the machine, and there's a little ticker that the quarter hits to give you credits. He would tick that up about 50 and we could play for free. You know, we'd just go and just
wow.
play and play and play and play all day. We'd get a customer, we'd let it die, we'd just go back and he'd just open it back up, ticket. He was in his 20s when we were doing it. He was in his 20s and I was like 14, 15. We were it's crazy. It was a lot of fun though. We had fun on Saturdays. That and cigarette baseball. What are you singing?
Oh, I just mentioned Tetris on Game Boy, and then Jeremy said he had to turn out the volume because that song eventually got to him. And I know exactly what-
Tetris.
I literally like I go off on that shit when I'm like washing
bat?
dishes because I will literally be like throwing dishes around.
Dodge. But that's funny. Table tennis on the Wii with an actual bat. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
used
pretty
to
good
do
on the Wii.
I used to have a
Yeah,
Wii. It's
because I've played
gone
real
now.
table tennis when my dad used to play it when he was younger, and we both played on the Wii one time, and it was really cool because you can like undercut it and spin it and everything like you can in real life. It's pretty cool on the Wii.
The Wii was fun. We used to do bowling. We were big bowling people on the Wii. It was a lot of fun.
I love
we
when you
used to-
throw when you throw the ball back and everyone in the audience goes, but like they got no limbs or necks or anything, so they're like everything just spins and goes nuts. Like,
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, I like the Wii. I spent far too much time playing Mario Kart.
Yeah,
remember
Mario Kart. Oh my God, that
Remember
was
the,
so fun though. I used to get a little competitive with Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how about the Wii, the theme for when you're making your Wii character and it's like do 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 dun 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 do 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 do. Just that little like jazz thing that goes on in the background.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, I used to
dun.
play with my stepkid, and he was only like 13 at the time, and he would get so angry and butthurt when he lost, right? And I was really trying to play. I was trying to really play it, and I would win, and then he would get mad at me. He would start to cry, you know, and it was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, you want to talk about men and mental health?
So I had to start letting him win, because it was like, you don't know how to compete.
Talking about
This
men and
kid.
mental health, and there you go. And games is especially where guys will lose their fucking shit over
Oh, yeah.
losing some simple fucking things, and it's just like, dude, chill out. It's a game.
Yeah.
There's no reason to destroy your entire setup over it.
That's funny.
like-
There's a woman that I watch. She's a tarot reader. She's in the UK. Her name's Rachel. She lives in Scotland, actually. And that's the reason I like her, is because she talks about like her life and things that are going on and other stuff, And so this one day she's like, "Do you hear that yelling?" And I did. I heard somebody out her window and they were screaming. And she's like, "That is this kid next door who's a gamer." And he's just screaming and carrying on. And I'm like, oh my.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And she's
there's
the
adults that do, like adult gamers that do that stuff. It's like, yeah, it's quite scary sometimes.
yeah.
And it's like,
I've-
if there's money involved or whatever, maybe, but yeah, but sometimes
And-
there's not, and it's
no.
just, yeah, they're just like one
Most
of my
of the time it's
sisters.
not.
No, one of my friends' boyfriends was like, you play Uno, which is like chance, really, right? There's a
Yeah.
little bit of strategy, but a lot of it's chance. He would lose his shit if he lost that. Like every
Oh
now
my
and
God.
again, somebody said, "Oh, let's just like have a drink and smoke and play Uno," and we'd be like, "No, we can't because he'll do that."
right.
Look, and the
Exactly.
table.
Table flip.
Every Uno.
It's funny because we were actually on the same fucking wavelength because I was literally searching for that when you were talking about it. This guy's Boogie. He was playing a game of Magic and he just
There's
Oh,
that
lost his
booty.
shit. And
There,
He's,
now my kid has matured. He grew up, and he's much better at that now. But when he was a little kid, it was like, oh my God, he would get so mad if he didn't win.
Yeah,
He had to win. It was like, a kid.
It's not.
Then
It's
you
not
gotta
good
get
when
better.
it's kids, but then when it's adult, and it tends to be men. Then it's just like, jeez.
I've seen
Losing
what was
is-
that Ridiculousness? There's this program on MTV that I used to watch called Ridiculousness, and they
Right.
did they would do whole segments on guys losing their shit gaming, and they would
Yeah.
put whole shoes through their televisions, these beautiful televisions,
Taking
I
the
got one on my
keyboard.
wall right now. I would be so pissed if somebody put a freaking shoe through that television. I would myrtleize them. I really would. That's an expensive television.
And then what does that
It's
do for you?
insane.
Because after now you're sitting there with a bunch of broken shit and you're still
Exactly.
pissed off.
And then
Like-
you're even more pissed off, aren't you? Because now
Now
you
you
broke
got-
your shit.
And if you're not made of fuck you money, you're gonna have to go work for that again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
And
so
now
That
you
is-
got a
get off
broken
your ass
TV.
and go.
Yeah, a
If you
couple
don't
of
have
times
a
when I was
job, you-
younger, that's the only thing that saved my room when I was younger. Is like I just cannot afford to break anything, and I really want to break everything.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I'm so fucking mad right now.
That's
I just
like,
can't smash
Yeah,
it up.
I just gotta go out like we used to. Well, that's when I was a kid, what we would do to take out that anger. That's how I became a punk. Was that we would just go out and bounce on each other and throw each other around
Yeah.
and get up on stage
Yeah.
and fly and climb the rafters and drop ourselves.
Yeah,
and
that
not
was part
care.
about like being in a mosh pit and stuff, and it's like socially acceptable violence.
Pretty much, and it was
Yeah.
great until the guy with ice shoes showed up.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know about your pits and everything, but ours was like you might come out with a few bruises, but like there's still an etiquette, and you still look out for each other and all the rest of it. And it was like
Yeah.
some
You're a bunch of
assholes come in
friends.
all elbows and kicking and stuff, and it's like, nope.
Or if they didn't like you, the crowd would split. So you better
Yeah.
be cool. I knew this one girl. She was really part of the Mean Girls Club. She really wasn't a punk, but she was trying to be cool. So
Right.
she got up on stage and went to dive, and the crowd split because they were like, "F you, bitch!" And
Yeah.
so she went "Pfft," and broke her
Yeah.
leg.
I mean, that
Oh, I
happened to-
shouldn't laugh. That's not.
It happened to a guy I know, but it was literally bad luck because everybody liked him and he was very popular with women as well. and it just was bad luck. He staged. I wasn't there on that at that gig, but the crowd opened up and he landed on his hip and then was on like crutches. And yeah, and I was like, he was on crutches for a long time, and I'm like, oh, dude, yeah,
Yeah, it's a drag. That was the only real instance, though, that I've ever heard of anybody actually getting hurt, and it's
yeah,
because,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you really didn't, like, she didn't belong there. She was trying too hard. It's like, well, you
Yeah.
didn't belong in that scene, you know, nobody knew you. You have to know people, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
as a girl, I did not stage dive. I would not do that because it's a really good way to get felt up. Just saying, you know, and just being in the mosh pit as a chick, you're going to get felt up. That's going to happen. You just deal with it. That's been up to, God, Jesus. I was at the Ronnie James
just had-
Dio
yeah.
show in 2007. Yeah, and that happened to me there. And I was just next to the mosh pit. I wasn't even in the mosh pit. I was just next to the mosh
Just-
pit.
Just you don't just no. I was
just
going to say
like-
you don't want that at a gig, but you don't want that anywhere, do you? Just no. Just
No,
I-
and
I wonder if-
it's in this massive place, right? It just happens, you know. It's like bam, and it's like, who the fuck was that? And you turn around, and there's a million men. Who could it be?
Yeah, like, and some of the horror stories I've heard about, like the metro, the tube here and stuff, and it's like, oh Jesus, well, you
It's like,
just
who the fuck was
not.
that? That just
I wonder.
pictured a
I wonder if
you
you
know?
ask. I wonder if you ask, like, you know, anybody who was like doing, you know, who's doing a lot of those shows as, you know, rock stars about their stage diving horror stories. I guarantee you at least a few of them are going to say, someone slipped a finger in my butt.
I just rewatched the whole. There's a very famous show where Eddie Vedder's doing the song Porch because I was gonna perform that on G-Maze a few weeks ago, so I was watching the tune, right? And it's this very famous video where he climbs on the crane and goes up the crane and holds onto the rafters and dangles there and then falls into the crowd, and he crowd surfs it back up to the stage for the ending of the tune. And as he drops down and people are trying to push him up, he kind of falls into the crowd. And it becomes a bit of chaos, and you can see the bit of chaos until he finally finds about 3 people that are willing to hoist him back up, and he jumps up and they push him back up on stage. But there's this tiny bit of chaos that you can see people like going round and round with Eddie, and it's like, whoa, fuck, what's gonna happen? It was really. I love watching that now, like going back
just
and
love
watching it now.
I just kind of wonder about like those kinds of, you know, like, you know, dropping right down on people. Like, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure Eddie
But you
Vedder
want to talk
was
about
on-
men's mental health and the shit that we used to do as kids like that? We used to do stuff like that all the time.
but just
Just
dropping
had
down
no,
on
like,
people.
we didn't care.
Like I'm sure he, you know, Eddie Vedder probably wasn't much more like $1.25 in weight, but still,
But those people were
that's
like
a
this.
lot of
Yes,
weight.
please, Eddie,
Yeah,
drop
sure,
on my head.
break every
Break
bone
every
in my
bone
body,
and
like
break my neck,
crush
bro.
me, crush me with your essence.
They wanted it. It was like a Bacchian frenzy. It was insane. I was at several of those shows, and it was just exciting. It was like,
I went to see Pearl Jam, and now I am the Pearl Jam.
oh my god, yeah. And it was just
Put
it
me
was
in a
fun.
jar, please.
Insane. And Chris Cornell used to do very similar things, and he was an even larger man with bigger boots. So watch your
Imagine
head.
a Meatloaf. Did
That was
that.
another
Oh.
thing about being in a mosh pit and then having somebody stage dive. If they had their Doc Martens on, and those things are thick and heavy, or if they had any kind of military boots on with the steel toes, watch your damn head. You're going to get kicked in
Yeah,
it.
one of them,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
one of
wouldn't
them fucking
get
black
kicked in
metal
the head,
guys with all the spikes and shit, just landing in the crowd of, you know, people.
Yeah.
Those guys were stupid. You know, I had a few friends that had spike jackets and stuff, but that's not really what you wore in a mosh pit, though. I mean, really.
Yeah, it is. If you want to maim someone,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not really something you wear in a mosh pit unless you're trying to hurt people, and that's
That's
where I
a-
digress to the ice boots. right?
That-
Ice
that's a-
boots have the spikes on them, and there was this guy at St. Andrews that decided he was going to wear that in a mosh pit, and he broke my friend's foot.
That's a
Ouch.
death clock show right there. With
Jeez.
this, you know,
Yeah.
It was one of the
trying to
last shows we
skewer
were at.
people on your trying to skewer people in your Hot Topic gear.
Quite. Hey, Brad. So
Brad,
Frank Terzo
yeah.
has got a Guns N' Roses story.
Let's see. Okay, Guns N' Roses. In Toronto, Axl jumped off the stage and punched the crap out of a guy. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, Axl Rose had some real issues, man, back then. He
So,
really did. He
mo-
did that a few times to people.
Do you know what Axl Rose's name actually is?
I used to.
Not
I
his
used to.
birth name. I mean, what his stage name is. It's an anagram of oral sex. Or it really is. It's
Really?
just a word.
Is that why Axel is AXL rather than AXLE or EL or whatever?
AXL.
It's so.
It literally
Yeah.
is just an
Oh,
anagram
that
of
figures.
oral sex.
Figures.
Yeah, I just figured, I know.
Oh.
They probably
I kinda-
unlocked a whole. They probably answered a lot of questions.
Yeah,
that people had.
I kind of like that name because it seemed like a juxtaposition or whatever, like the Guns N' Roses sort of
It
thing.
did, yeah.
Now
No, it's just like
No, it's just oral sex.
yeah. I mean,
Kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
yeah, it really did. It really did. Especially considering Axl Rose. But anyway.
not if they've eaten pineapple. Not if they've eaten pineapple.
It just kind of rolls right off the tongue. Doesn't it?
Or sticks to your teeth. Soundcloud.
I didn't ask for floss or crabs.
I kept making a joke amongst my friends because like stereotype of like masculinity and how it's been put onto me, especially when I was younger, just used to always irritate the fuck out of me. And so I wasn't young when the whole weightlifting thing really started and slurping protein and all that shit. But I used to joke about all these macho blokes slurping protein. I wonder if they have sticky teeth. And like my friends never
Slurping
got it. And it
protein.
was like a year I'd been saying this shit just kind of offhand. And then one day the penny dropped with my friend Debbie. And she went, hang on a minute, Liney. For this whole time, have you been... yeah. And she went, oh my fucking God. I was like,
Slurping protein.
That's so funny that they did not get that until like just a moment. They're like ding ding.
I think it's like
Yeah.
so fun about it. It's like, yeah.
I don't
That's
consider
funnier
myself.
than the joke, isn't it? It's so
I
fun. I
don't-
love that.
I don't consider myself very smart, but even I got the slurping protein thing right off the fucking bat. Like,
I know, right? So did I. I was like,
you had me at slurping protein.
there was this guy. Okay, me and Curry used to talk about him all the time. It was really funny. He was this, kind of a 90-pound weakling type of kid in 10th. Was it 9th or 10th grade? I think in 10th grade. So this guy Eddie, and he was a nice kid. And I remember passing him. I always walked to the gym, and he was always walking back. And I noticed in the next year, in our junior year, as we were walking, 1 month he looked normal, and then the next month he looked a little bigger. The next month he looked like musclier and musclier and more musclier. And I knew he was working out, but I'm like, you don't get that muscular in 2 months or 3 months, right? He's taking steroids. And he was taking steroids. Somebody was giving him steroids. And we were, 16? That was like in 1988.
Oh,
Yeah.
crumbs.
That kid was getting steroids
Crumbs.
like
And
that.
that's another thing, though, isn't it? Because like we're talking about burying mental health issues or depression or anxiety or whatever, and then you've got this like part of that red pill thing, and before red pill, it's like the application of physical expectations and beauty standards upon men in a
Yes.
similar way to they have been as women.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like my thing was like, could we not have equality where none of us are expected to conform to any of this shit and we can just be free to choose it,
We
Be ourselves.
rather than men being
Right.
made as fucked up about their appearances would have been for like
we have to.
hundreds of
I
years.
agree.
Like,
like
if we're
why
gonna talk
they
about,
have to do that to guys. We were already screwed up enough.
Uh,
You need to do
if we-
that
if
to
we're gonna-
guys.
The thing is that the guys arguably, or patriarchy, has done that to women, and now they're doing it to themselves. And this, to me, is a good example of why some feminists will say, well, feminism is also about, you know, equality and freedom for men as well, because we could all be free of this shit and we could choose it rather than being told this is what we have to do.
Exactly.
Because like young men are even injecting water into themselves to make their muscles look bigger and shit. It's just like they're getting so potentially
Yeah.
making yourself sterile for life as well. I think with roids and anger management
Well, and they're
issues
falling
and
into the whole
heart
GLP-1 thing
Yeah.
and trying
If
to
we're
get
gonna-
skinnier. And
if we're gonna talk
everything.
about this, we gotta mention this this looks maxing thing.
oh,
yeah,
Clavicular. This guy named Clavicular,
Yeah.
who was like, you know,
See,
this
collapsed,
YouTuber
didn't
who's like, he was using like a hammer to like break bones in his face, just to like try to change his
Why would
shape
you
and
do?
shit.
Stop! Don't do that! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that these guys are hanging out with other guys who are just as fucking vain, and it's like they're trying to one up each other.
Yeah, and so
Sorry.
young to be doing that an extreme thing, and then to be doing it in public, in public online as well, where
Yeah,
people are going to be
that's
encouraging
messed up.
him or taking the piss out of him in a way that they wouldn't if it was face to face, again because of that like psychological distance afforded by being, you know, through a screen sort of thing. Because it's like, in some ways it makes it easier for me. For example, it reduces my anxiety to be talking online with people in some ways than talking face to face. But
Yeah.
it's I don't know, it's like it's like anything, I suppose. It can be good, and like there's nothing wrong with exercise and stuff, but if you're gonna go, it's that going to extremes again, right? It's like
Right.
drinking water is good for you, but if you drink too much it'll kill you. So
Yeah, it's true.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And anything it has to be done in balance, right? Yeah.
Mm.
It has to be done in balance. Things have to be, you can't be extreme with anything or it's going to
Yeah.
screw you up,
Yeah.
right? I mean, guys are now going and getting Botox injections and
And looking
doing all
like
the work on
Squidward.
their face. Exact Squidward. Sexy Squidward. That's what that is.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just a shame.
Oh,
It was
man,
bad
I had
enough
something
when-
else then.
What's that?
I don't know. I thought something else, but it's gone now because I was distracted by Squidward.
Squidward. The thought fly out of his brain.
Oh, that
so
was
scary.
it. It was the Botox. Do you know what Botox is short for?
Isn't it botulism?
Yeah.
Botulism toxin.
Yeah.
And that's why it swells, because it's an allergic reaction to poison. So, because when I first heard that you could get this thing and it made your face swell, I was like, that doesn't sound good. And then when I learned years later it stood for botulism toxin, I was like, oh, that's why, because it's an allergic reaction. It's like you're literally injecting yuckies into your face to make it ill to swell up. It's like that.
Well, it's like what the
But the
GLP-1
thing is,
does
it's
to you
because,
too, to
and
make
some
you
women
skinny.
are doing this for themselves, but also they're doing it because they think that's what men want. And it's just
You got it. That's why they're
Yeah.
doing it. They think that men want that, and that's not true. And if you're not that way, like, okay, I'm thick. Just the way it is. Even if when I exercise, I'm not going to get skinny. You know, that's just, those days
Well,
are
it's like
over
me,
for
I'd
me. I'm
probably
not a size
talking
6 anymore.
We were talking
know.
before this about bringing the making the bingo wings popular. you
Yeah,
know.
exactly, right?
Everybody
I'm
shake
working on-
your bingo wings.
You know, getting all that better because I want to travel and I want to walk. I want to be able to walk and do stuff, right? Not necessarily losing weight. Losing weight's a nice side effect of it
yeah.
for me, but it's really just getting into shape and feeling a lot better. And I already do after, 2-3 weeks of doing this. So that's a good thing. But to lose the weight, I mean, it's gonna be a long time, and I don't want skin hanging off of me because that's what people with the Ozempic thing, the GLP-1s, they now have skin hanging off of them because they've lost the weight so rapidly. So now
Yeah.
that's a bad thing. And then I saw this thing on Facebook. It was an ad, but I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm scrolling through Facebook, right? And I see this ad, and it says, I love my body now, but I hate my Ozempic face. And I'm like, Ozempic face? What is that? I dare ask. I'm not even going to Google it. I'm
I
not.
think I'm guessing it just means that they're really skinny in the face and everywhere else, and it's like a shock because again, it's not a gradual thing; it's such a quick thing.
Right. So now it's
So
this stuff.
yeah.
I was telling my girlfriend about this yesterday at breakfast. And she's like, oh yeah, now there's this stuff that they can inject in your face when
Oh,
you're doing Ozempic, and it makes you
stop.
look like a tomato. So now you have this
No.
big round face and this
Oh
little tiny
God.
body.
Now you look like the angry orange, but red. I mean,
Now you look like one of the fucking chipmunks.
Skinny. It's like, that's
angry
better
chipmunk.
than just being thick, really? Because
Yeah,
I don't think
right.
so.
But the thing is, that almost it sounds to me like the old woman that swallowed a fly. But it also sounds like if you're like have a lifestyle where you take lots of narcotics, and it's like, well, I've taken so many tablets, now I need a little bit pick me up. Oh no, too much. I need something else to level me out. It's like, just stop.
Or you just
Don't
do
explode these
what
things
John
this way.
John Belushi did, and just do the John Belushi speedball.
Right, keep injecting me even if I pass
No.
out. But yeah,
Hi,
there
Treats.
was a comedian on Mad TV, but I think this was on SNL when she did this. She was like the lady in the grocery store, and she had the crazy curly wig on, and her makeup was like all the way over here, and she had this huge bag of pills. She would pull out. I'm fine. She would pull,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna take one of these. Pop it. It was like way too many pharmaceuticals there. Hey, Treach, what's up? So yeah, I
And I
think
suppose that's another thing with like men's mental health as well, is like addiction, and it like and yeah, because again, like there's that kind of like bottling things in and drowning feelings out and stuff like that as well.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah,
That was another thing I encountered with dating. There's a lot of alcoholics out there. I ran into one of those too, where that's all he wanted to do was go to a bar and drink, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. That's not interesting to me.
yeah,
You
because
know,
yeah, again, like one of my friends, like well, a couple of my friends have dated blokes who drink a lot, and it's like my sister, neither my sister or I are teetotal, but like you say, if somebody just wants to go and get absolutely hammered all the time, and then
that
it's
was
like
it.
like
Yeah.
again, like a friend of mine's like, she thought, oh well, I've met somebody like smoking a bit, they like drinking a bit, but they also like going to gigs and stuff, and they'll sit at home and we'd play like video games, because she was like quite a big gamer as well. You want to do a variety of things and everything, and it's like it starts off like that, and he's got friends as well as she's got friends, and they all like gigging and stuff as well. Then it just becomes more and more, no, I'm just going to sit at home, I'm going to drink more and more, I'm going to get more and more miserable, and yeah,
Or
it
even
just
going to a bar and drinking, which was even worse. Like the date would begin at the bar, and it was like, oh well, let's do a shot, okay, and then let's do another shot, and then another shot, and then you're just shit faced. And I
so you
don't.
just doing
That's
shots straight from the beginning. Because
yeah.
again, you see, if you just get hammered just in, then you don't even have to worry about conversation, because you're both too hammered to string two sentences together. The bloke has now successfully dragged you down to his conversational level.
Oh, it's so bad, so bad. And it's like after like twice of that, I was like, no more. I'm done with that shit. I'm
Yeah.
not doing the drinking. I'm not doing
Well,
any of
it's
that.
it's not like a relationship or a date then, is it? It's just a
No,
piss
it's
up.
just a drunk fest. Exactly, it's a pisser. It's just a drunk fest. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't get to know somebody that way. You're just drunk. That's all you are. you know.
So
And even if
without wanting to, because I sometimes do have a habit of asking impertinent questions, but I always think people can tell me to fuck off if they don't want to answer.
I'll
And
never
you
tell
never
you to
know,
fuck
and you
off, I
never
don't
know where
care.
the lines are necessarily, you know. But you were talking earlier about you kind of like pretty much ditched the dating game. Like, were you on dating apps, or were you like trying real life, or was it,
I
you know?
was on one dating app, which was awful. Quit that very quickly because it's
Hmm.
all like it was all fake, right?
Hmm.
The funniest one, the last one where I quit it, it was OK Cupid, and this guy claimed he was from Italy, and then he said he was in financial. He was like me. He said he was in the
Oh,
financial
really?
business. But I'm like, oh,
Really?
okay, so am I. All right. And
Do you
he's
have a
trying to
business?
like.
No, I can't
He
say
goes,
it. Damn
he as if he goes, you know what Bitcoin is? I go, I work for J.P. Morgan Chase. I didn't, but I told him that, and he went zoop, and he blocked me. That's what I said. Delete.
Oh,
I
see,
was done
also it's
after
going to be
that.
another thing of like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire next year, and you wouldn't understand this because you know it's money and finance and tech bro,
Oh,
and
you're a girl. You
I'm going to be yeah,
dang.
exactly. Right? I'm going to be the next Elon Musk. Just you wait. It's like, ugh,
Dude, I do capital trades
ugh.
every day. I do like at least 5 wires a day for those boobs. Okay, I'm involved in $1 million currency transactions constantly throughout a day. Yeah, I think I know what
Yeah,
Bitcoin is. It's a joke.
yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
close
what
deals
Bitcoin
10
is.
times what you think you're worth in my sleep. Just shut up.
Yeah, yeah. And then you're talking about Bitcoin. Do you know what Bitcoin is? I'm like, I worked for
Yeah.
J.P. Morgan Chase. Black, 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 black. And I was just like, everyone on here is fake. And they even asked me,
Yeah.
so why are you quitting? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because 99% of the profiles on here are fake or married men. And
Yeah.
that's what I got. And I was
Eh,
done. I was gross. And it was
it,
scary. It got to be frightening. It
it's
was
a
like,
bit of a
oh,
meat market. It
Yeah.
really is a bit of a meat market. That's all it
Yeah.
kind of is.
it's a
Yeah.
meat market. And then you don't know, like, there was a woman here. I just learned about this. She went out on a date and it was Facebook dating and she was murdered. And so it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to
But the
worry
thing is,
about
as well, like
this.
the thing is that even before dating apps and meeting people online, there was still that concern for women. And
Yeah.
so I wonder then you'd say like you're on one dating app, but you were trying to meet people in real life as well, maybe like people at work or pubs and stuff, or
I would
because
never
this one
date
of the things
anybody at
again, like
work.
people say it's hard because they've taken polls like in recent years over the last 10 years or whatever of like where do people meet their SO, you know, their partners or whatever. And it's more and more it's at work because people weren't socializing because it was becoming unaffordable or they were working 3 jobs or they
Yeah.
felt that it was unsafe or whatever. So
Yeah. My problem with work is number one, the people I work with are, God, no. And two, most of them work from home, like, or we're on a
right.
hybrid schedule. So you're never like together all the time. It's not like
Right.
the old days where you were
Yeah, and
constantly in an office
that's another
together.
thing people have said post pandemic is like it's great to work from home, but because so many people had moved to meeting people from work, now that opportunity is like reduced as well or non-existent in some
Yep.
cases.
And
So like yeah, people really struggle to know yeah how to meet up
I've
even.
had men hit on me at my job, and that was years ago. But again, it's like almost the same problem with the dating apps. The guy was already involved. And actually
Yeah.
it was very interesting what happened was the lead banker came in between and he was flirting with me. He was at my desk and we were talking and talking and he was talking me up and John came in and said, "So, Nick, how's your a girlfriend that lives with you, Nick?" Right in front of me because you're
Yeah.
just trying to say, Justine, this guy's an asshole.
Saving, yeah, exactly.
I was
yeah.
like, thanks, John. Thank you.
So if we're talking about it from like a point of view of men's mental health, then what do you think is up this Justine? And why do you think you? Because presumably this has happened before, or not? I mean, like, have you? Is this? Do you think the dating situation has got worse the older you've got, or better, or
I think it's always kind of been, yuck. You
a
know,
bit?
my
Yeah,
thing
right.
is that the people that I've been with, the guys that I have dated, I've been friends with first.
Mhm.
I've always been friends with them and then dated them.
Do you mean you put them in the friend zone and there was still a relationship afterwards? My God.
Yes, I know. Amazing,
You can't
isn't
be
it?
friends and then date, surely.
You really can. And I have to be. It's like that's something that's a
Yeah, well,
prerequisite for me. I have to have it, and you have to touch up here before any of the other stuff follows, right? And so it
you have to
that's more
touch up
important.
here before you touch anywhere else.
That's right.
Or
Or you get
use your
to
fingers.
before you get to,
No, and
you
that's
know.
something that I've heard, like, personally, but also, like, talking with women and stuff is like, conversation is a great aphrodisiac. And if we can't hold a conversation, then, yeah.
There's nothing there, you know, because there has to be something more in when you have a relationship with somebody. It has to be more than just physical, because if that's all it is, then, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'am, see ya, bye, get out. You know, and you can get that anywhere. It doesn't matter, you know,
Yeah.
really. So what substance is there to keep
Yeah,
me
because
here?
and the thing is, like, there's nothing wrong with casual sex necessarily, but it's just that
Right.
unfortunately, some women and an awful lot of men seem to think that's what relationships are, is like casual sex or long term,
Exactly.
or like a series of one night stands with the same
Right.
person. It's like, no.
Exactly, where it's just
Yeah.
like, or like friends with benefits type of situation where there's like,
Yeah.
you try with no emotions involved, which is bullshit, which always leads to
Yeah.
disaster and a half.
Certainly for me, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's and then you end up with guys who end up like getting with their friends. It's not gay if you're scratching your friend's back at your.
right. It's like that South Park where they're in the hot tub.
Or it's not gay if it's a three-way with Lady Gaga in SNL, I think it was, yeah. Which was just,
Funny.
I couldn't believe it when I saw that. That made me laugh. So I loved Lady Gaga anyway, but I was like, oh my God, that's
Jeremy, stop.
genius.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh my God.
If you want
I-
semen everywhere, go for Drakkar.
I had an ex-boyfriend that wore that. Blech.
I've never heard of it before until Paul became the salesperson. So yeah.
It was a big 1980s thing here. It was like 1986. Drakkar Noir was a big cologne.
Drakkar Noir.
That and
You gotta
Ralph
say it,
Lauren polo. Oh God. Oh,
You gotta say it exactly like that. Drakkar Noir.
Boomer.
Drakkar Noir.
You can't talk.
I love this. No, but so yeah, the whole dating thing became like, well, it's like, you know, and two, the other place I was going was Facebook. Because I was told, and this is not the way it works. I don't even know how it works, to be honest with you. But I was told they'll pull from your friends' pool and maybe people they know. I was like, oh, that might be better. You know, maybe it's like, you know, meeting
What,
somebody
the
through a
Facebook
friend. Right?
dating, the Facebook dating thingy.
And
Yeah.
it sucks.
I've
It's
never
horrid.
looked at it. Yeah,
It's
I can
worse than
believe it.
anything else.
I can
They're
believe
showing
it.
me people that live in like 3 states away. I'm like, no, why would I want somebody
The
who lives in
thing is,
Pennsylvania?
well, though, is like with the red pill, the young men and dating apps, and even older men, is like some of them are so convinced like seem so convinced that their experience on the dating apps is what it's like in real life. So I went
Right.
on dating apps because, again, one of my best friends was on them. She's like 10 years younger than me. And it was very obvious, like, that it was completely different experience for both of us because,
Hmm.
like, my pool was so much smaller. And after a while of being on there, I'd come to similar conclusion as there's this young woman streamer called Mooncat, Mune, and she did this kind of like video essay about dating apps and some of the data and stuff. And she came to the same conclusions I'd come to just in the limited experience I'd had of like there's a lot more men on these things, and the safety concerns that women had before the internet are exacerbated by being online. Like
Yeah.
you haven't even got the face-to-face interaction of somebody over the course of one night or a couple of nights before you go and meet somebody and then find out he's going to kill you. Like one
Yeah.
way I've heard it put is like men are upset or men are scared of rejection and women are scared of getting killed when it comes to dating.
And
And I was
that's
like,
in it. Yeah.
Jesus,
It's
that's
and it gets
a short
yeah.
phrase that gets to the hub of it, right?
It is, and that is a long and short of it. I mean, even off of Facebook, and this was so creepy, right? One of my first experiences when I was just like, I'm giving this up. This is gross. I did end up meeting the one guy, and the alcoholic guy, went out like on 3 dates with him. Then he booty called me, and I was like, oh, you know what? He tried to get me to pick him up on his birthday after he got drunk with his friends, but he wouldn't take me out to eat. You know, he wouldn't ask me out, but he wants me to pick him up now. I'm like, you know what? Lyft is really cheap. Have a great night. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
fine, please,
I know. They're the one
no.
guy I met off this Facebook, but one of them where they try to like message you, right? Because there's a message feature on there.
Hmm.
This one guy, he was just like, come over, I got my hot tub. And I'm like, oh, you're so gross. Oh, you're gross. Oh, it's just, it's
Hmm.
like total booty call right on the app. Like, no conversation.
Yeah,
And it was like, I didn't even answer him. I didn't even answer
yeah,
him. And then the next message was, oh, did I chase you off? Oh, what the hell do you think? Yeah, you did, dumbass.
yeah. Some people just seem to be on there to be nasty to other people, and
It's like that a joke or is that I didn't care.
it's
I was
just
just like, this is
awful.
gross. Yeah, I was like, and then you'll get the ones where I've seen the profiles where it's like, oh, we're a couple. No, run,
Yeah.
run. No thruples.
Uh,
Thanks.
I had my parents suggested to me going on Facebook to um, try and find somewhere to live, and I'm like, that is not going to be a good thing to do, right? But I was
Right.
potentially potentially facing being homeless, and I was exploring the avenue. So I went on there, and I'd already aware about like Airbnb scams and all this kind of like somebody gets
Yeah.
an Airbnb and then they market it as a rental, and you get stuck in this contract you didn't know you were in while they run
Right.
off with your money and stuff like that.
Yep.
So a couple of things happened. Like I was getting the same messages about the same properties, but with supposedly different profiles. So it was obvious it was kind of botted and stuff like that. But there
Yeah.
was one where I thought, oh, this is just about in budget. Me and this other guy looks fine, whatever. And we're sending messages. And after a couple, he went, yeah, so I'm a naturist. I hope that's not going to be an issue. And I'm like, uh, maybe that's fine for somebody else, but not for me. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Right.
Because
It's
he was just
like,
like, I'm just going to be walking around naked at times and stuff. And I'm like,
uh
look,
huh.
I haven't got a problem with that. But then again, no. So
No, because
thanks.
then, like, oh my God, my mom comes to the door and you're naked.
No, or just I
No.
just don't know that I would be comfortable with that. I
Yeah,
just
with
don't
somebody's
want to
schlong
spend.
hanging out all the time.
Look, I just I don't.
Kiki.
I try not to be prejudiced, but a naked male body is just not what I want to see.
Well, get me here. So there was this kid we went to high school with, right? And I always knew he was like really weird. And Kurt ended up telling me why he
Oh,
was weird, and
jeez.
it makes
Hi,
sense
Jade.
now.
I'm sorry,
because
Hi,
Jade.
Jade.
hey, Jade,
I wouldn't like
Kurt,
to be them, Jade. Fucking twats. They
yeah,
asked for it. I didn't even know what happened. They asked for it. Fuck them.
yep. They're total self-involved fucktards or alcoholics or just assholes. But so this kid, speaking of the whole nudist thing, right? So I didn't know his parents were nudists.
Right.
And Kurt would go over there and they would be naked right in front of Kurt. They didn't care about his friends. Nothing. They were like hippie nudists and they let it all hang out.
Yeah,
And
well,
so Kurt would help Adam run away because he couldn't take it. You know, after a while, you're a teenager, your parents run around naked, you know, and it's effed up, you know, as a kid. So he would try to help him run away. Well, he got in trouble a few times because Adam was an idiot and would get caught, right? And then rat on my husband. So he was like, but you don't understand, this kid's parents are nudists, and they wouldn't believe Kurt. Well, one time, Kurt's over there, and his dad decides to come pick him up. Instead of him walking home, his dad decides to come pick him up for some reason, a dinner they were having or something. And the mother comes to the door fully nude. Boobs hanging out, waving all over the place. And my dad-in-law's like, what the fuck? And he looks over at Kurt, and Kurt's like, I told you! And then after that, it was like, never got in trouble for that. I was like, understand why that kid's like messed up like that.
As a teenager, you would because you already feel like your parents embarrass you, right?
Exactly.
And instead of your parents saying to you before you go out the door, "Will you put some clothes on?" You'd be saying, "Mum, Dad, can you put some clothes on? Seriously,
Can you put some clothes on? My
I can't
friends
believe
are
you're
coming
walking
over.
around the house like this. Don't you dare go out like that."
What the hell is wrong with you? Like, oh my God.
So
Yeah.
Gary Hubbs has got the name for a new band. Look.
Oh, nudist priest. That's so great.
And I like E's comment as well. E's little dialogue there.
There's it. Dad, so scary.
I mean, yeah.
Oh
my Lord. Yeah,
Honestly.
that's just wrong shit.
couldn't do that. You couldn't do that today though, because you meant like because kids stream. Some kids streaming. His dad just walks in, fucking bare ass, like, "Hey son, dinner's ready," and you're just like,
Whoa, Dad.
waiting for the channel to just disappear. Like,
Yeah, we didn't need to know certain things about you, Dad. Stop it. You. Oh, God, frightening. I mean, there's things that sometimes I would try to embarrass my stepkid, but nothing like that. Just teasing him and stuff. We would because we would try to make sure he knew he could come to us if somebody on the internet approached him in a weird way. Right, tried to groom him or whatever. We tried to know who he was talking to, kept an open door policy, that type of thing. But his dad would purposely gross him out with some sexual shit. It's like, hey, they ask you, da da da, and he's like, ew, Dad, no, and run away. We like to do that too. It was fun.
Gary Hubbs has got another musician's part in chat.
Where is it? The penis segment. Did I get the right one?
That reminds me. Yeah, no, that's it. Penis or pianist segment.
Pianist.
It's supposed
There's,
to be pianist, but
Yeah,
Penis.
yeah, it's pianist.
there's
A penist is also someone who uses a ball peen hammer. I don't know.
Okay.
Penis.
there's I don't know if you guys. I think they're just called penis puppetry. They're Australian, and I think I
my
might have
God.
watched a little bit of one of their shows a long time ago.
That's
But yeah, you
awesome.
can just imagine.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's great.
has anybody penis? Penis.
There's a whole segment on our on Frank Turzo's The Pulse show that it's
Oh,
the
right.
pianist section, but
Ah,
Frank
okay.
pronounces it pianist. So
Oh,
now
there you
in
go.
chat,
See,
it
Hugh
just
knows. Hugh knows it's called Puppetry of the Penis. There you go.
oh, that's hysterical. I have to see that
If you
now.
ever feel so inclined. Has anybody heard from Raychola? Because I understand there was I think it was a 4.5 Richter scale earthquake in Hawaii.
Oh no, when
So I
was
don't know if
that?
anyone's heard from Raychola or Wago.
I saw Wago at Valerie's, I think, today, or
That's true.
somebody's.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I saw
Wago
him
there.
at
Oh, okay.
Valerie's, but
So
I haven't
hopefully
seen
they're all right
Rachel
then.
Loha yet today. I saw her yesterday at camp. She was at
Yeah.
Camp G Maze. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll
There's
have to
yeah.
message her.
There
Then.
wasn't a
Yeah.
tsunami apparently. I just heard earlier today in one of Belle's videos. She mentioned it.
Yeah. 4.5 isn't too bad.
That sounds
It's a
big to- mind you,
milder
it sounds big to
one.
me.
You don't want to get like a 7 or an 8 are really bad. And if they're
4.5 sounds pretty bad.
it's not as bad.
Well,
it's not as bad.
well, no,
it
I mean-
depends
I think
though. It depends
comparing-
if it's more surface or deeper. If it's more
Yeah.
surface, you're going to have more shake.
I think
You know.
you're also kind of thinking too, like, you know, in terms of like tornadoes, we go like, you know, like I think it's like F5 or F6 is like the top tornado.
F5. It's an F5, yeah.
Yeah, didn't they have to make a stronger category in recent years with hurricanes?
With hurricanes, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
arguable. It's like there's a category 5 now. I think there's a category 6 just to
Right.
distinguish between the wind shear. But
Oh, okay.
really, the damage between a 5 and a 6 is like the same because it's so strong that it doesn't
Right.
matter if it's a 5 or a 6. It's going to destroy everything.
Oh,
It's
and when
just so
is
huge.
when is Valerie leaving Colorado? Because she's coming to the UK, isn't she?
Oh gosh, I don't
She
exactly
said
remember
something
when.
about 10 days or something.
Well,
Oh,
it's
okay.
on July 4th. Is
It's just that-
Smithy's memorial, so
Yeah,
that's in
because
like
I'm
2
just wondering
weeks.
because I'm pretty sure that Colorado's either on fire or is about to catch fire. So I was a bit concerned about Valerie potentially getting toasted as well.
I'd be more
so-
concerned about air traffic controllers and you know than
Well.
kind of fires though. As far as like, you know, travel is concerned, it's
No, I mean, I
Well,
realise, like, you know,
yeah.
this each state is pretty big, but it's just like I heard both of those today, and I'm like, oh shit, I knew people
I
in
like
both of
check.
those
I'm
places.
a weather geek. I like.
Yeah,
look
it just
at-
happened. It was in the same video because Belle, like, on the second channel, she'll talk about things like that sometimes, and it's like shit.
but
Because
now
it seems
my
like in recent years that like either the East Coast is drowning and getting battered by winds, and the West Coast is on fire,
right.
and then the South is either flooding or on fire. So it's like, geez.
Well, lately it's like the West is either on fire or so hot you can't stand it, and the East is freezing cold, or the East
Oh
is
yeah,
on
'cause
fire.
ice storms as well. Yeah, hurricanes and ice storms. Yeah.
Yeah.
right in the middle,
And
where
then
we're
they're
at.
raining and flooding. It's insane. But I was
Right in the
going
middle
to
where
National
we're
Weather
at,
Service.
it's like tornadoes, like almost like every day now. Like
That's
you know,
what
or
we've
at
been
least-
experiencing.
at
Yeah,
least not-
tornadoes. It's like Wizard of Oz over here. It's insane.
not with Toledo though, because tornadoes just avoid Toledo. So
Weather.gov is down. That's crazy. Right now, the National Weather Service for the United States is down.
It's screwed. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, something billionaire bastard Bill something.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
they're best.
Sorry.
Goofy. Don't be. It's okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to look up because the National Weather Service, they have these nice national maps, and you can see where the
Yeah.
red flag
It's
warnings are.
it's nothing important. You know, it's not like farmers rely on the weather or shipping or people
Right.
trying to avoid not getting burnt to death or anything like that. It's
No,
fine.
nothing
It's
like
all
that.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they had the government shut down, they actually had
Oh.
to shut down the National Weather Service because and they
Yeah.
handle fires, they handle weather,
Mm-hmm.
they handle all kinds of national emergencies, and they had
Mind
to
you, I
shut the whole
suppose you
thing
don't have
down.
to. I suppose you'd have to worry about FEMA being able to coordinate responses and adapt to weather conditions because FEMA's been
Yeah.
kind of screwed as well. So,
Oh, badly. Oh, that
oh,
whole thing. It's just insane.
Hugh was saying that he's not sure why he
Hey,
admitted to knowing
fun.
about puppetry of the penis, but has now said he saw it because he went with his girlfriend in Glasgow,
Oh,
and he wasn't
nice.
sure why he agreed to go and which he didn't. But I think that's nice. He tried to show interest in his girl's
No,
interest, in his
I
girlfriend's
I think
interest.
that was
they should
good.
they should they
Yeah,
should do like a dual they
cool.
should do like a dual thing where it's like puppetry of the penis and then the vagina monologues.
I was gonna say that. I actually saw the vagina monologues, and it was great. It was actually really good.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've seen
And
it was
then
good.
seen a video of it, which was really good.
I
and then
saw
if
it
you're
in a
really
theater. It was good.
Yeah,
if you really feel like sticking
I'd
around
like to see it.
for the third and final act, the Cloaca Chronicles.
Oh, God. Hey. Hey. Oh, jeez. There's always one, isn't there? I...
Okay,
Made the YouTuber host choke. Thank you very
timing.
Let's make Valerie laugh in the middle of a song so she can't sing anymore. Let's make Justin choke.
It made me choke. Literally, as he said that, he said that. He said that. Cloaca went right. That was it. I had to put it on mute. Oh
Well,
God.
we're going to be 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit. I converted it specially for you guys on Wednesday and Thursday,
I'm
which
getting
is
used to Celsius now, but
far
yeah.
too scorchio. It's 34 in proper money, but yeah, blimmin'
Wow.
In proper
scorchio.
money.
None of your funny
Totally.
money.
So
Oh,
you
you got
say,
funny
"Oh
money.
crumbs."
Flesh origami is Gary Hobbs. Just
I made you a swan. It flex its wings.
oh dear.
Oh
Honestly.
God. Yeah, no, you
Lot.
guys are suffering this year. I feel bad because I know you're not used to
But
this
a
type of
couple of
weather.
years ago, we had 40, and I don't know what that is, but that was just insane.
That's like something in the hundreds. That's way
Yeah, I think
high.
it was 104 or something, and it was just, yeah, like the pigeons were falling roasted out the sky in London, all the big statues melted. Oh, it was just like
We
bangers
had
and
this
maths were
one
just,
Free sky
oh,
chicken, yay!
this one
beer was
year it was like
boiling.
that
Yeah.
here. And we've got the humidity too. I don't know. I would imagine it's humid there, but here we have
Yeah.
really bad humidity because of the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And they were literally frying, like the term frying an egg on the sidewalk. It's so hot
Yeah.
you could fry. They were frying
Yeah.
freaking eggs
Yeah.
on the
People were doing
sidewalk.
that shit on the bonnets of their cars, and yeah, it was pretty nuts. And
It's like,
yeah, it's crazy though, because like it gets a little bit hot and everything messes up. But like on the other end of the scale, even though we're as close to the Arctic Circle as we are, we get 1 millimeter of snow and the whole country stops. Like planes don't take off,
isn't
trains
that
stop,
funny?
everybody looks out the window, goes, "I'm not going to work." It's like, Jesus,
I
really?
know.
Just it's
Here,
crazy.
now here, it used to be when I was a kid, so in the 70s, we would get walls of snow, and we would never get a snow day. There was only one instance in which we got a snow day, and then we were literally digging like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck through snow. It was like, Left Turn
That's
at
one of my
Albuquerque
favorite
type thing.
cartoons. Isn't that the one with the
I
abominable snowman? I
Yes,
will pet
yes.
him, I will hug him, I will call him
I would
George.
I would love you, and I will name you
I,
George. And I
I
will love you and
remember
pet you and pat you and sit on you like a mother hen to keep you warm.
I remember all the stories that people told me about the storm of '77
Yeah. This was 78
Yeah.
though.
or
But
'78. Yeah,
we had an ice storm that was really actually rare up until that point when I was 3 years old. So that was 75. So that hit, and that was like one of my first memories because we had a fireplace. We had no electricity for a week. this ice storm hit. It was like everything turned to
Oh.
glass. Yeah, everything looked like glass everywhere, and all of the electricity was down. And back in the 70s, you didn't get it up like that quickly. It was out for a week, and everybody ended up at the grocery store. So we had to get stuff that we could, cold things we could eat. So they had a cooler, and we had a fireplace. So we bought soup. And we had it on this, it was 3, so it's hard. But I remember sitting in front of the fireplace with this soup on a stick, like trying to warm up soup. And I remember my mom letting me have cereal. But like I could only eat it dry because you couldn't have milk in it because you couldn't open the fridge because there was no,
Right.
it was just
Yeah.
crazy. That was insane.
Yeah.
So that was one of the crazy times. But it was fun because you had a ton of snow, and so we would make forts and igloos and bricks and tons of snowmen. And then as we got older,
Oh, cool.
it stopped snowing like that, and it would ice more. It
Yeah,
would
yeah.
ice up more, or we would get
Yeah.
very little snow, and you didn't see the
Yeah.
walls of snow you had before.
You got some
Yeah,
creepy
that's-
shit
yeah.
that happens, and you got some creepy shit that happens in the wintertime in Michigan when like the lake freezes over and like it like cascades slowly onto land.
Yeah.
And it freezes and like ice crystals and shit. Like I've watched videos.
Yeah,
of
and they
that
form, and you can see it freezing. Yeah, it's weird.
Shit. It
Yeah, that
goes
must be
over
pretty
the
cool.
shoreline into people's yards and stuff
It-
like
it
that.
freezes
Like,
as a wave.
I'd love to see
I have-
that.
I have picture. I'll try to
Oh
dig
yeah,
up some
I've seen
pictures.
because like you said, like ice storms on the East Coast. I've seen some of the pictures in recent years, and it's nuts how they just and like where you've had a car with like a massive front grille, and then they've backed up, and there's just the grill is left behind as ice, where it's like been
Yeah.
frozen on the front of the truck, and then they've reversed up, and it's just crazy stuff. Yeah, nuts.
Yeah, there's crazy stuff around lighthouses too. We've got
Mm.
up north that freeze up, especially on the west side of Michigan. So like Traverse City, which is up in the north. And right now, West Michigan is getting battered. They got all kinds of tornadoes because they get it right off of Lake Michigan. So the weather comes over from the west, and it builds up steam over Lake Michigan and then hits Grand Rapids like a son of a bitch.
It goes over.
Wow.
It goes through Chicago and Indiana mostly, and cuts
That's
through.
south
There's
of
like,
us.
and-
But
Right.
the stuff
and-
that comes over the lake will slam
So
into Grand
you're-
Rapids. And
but then what happens is there's Lake Erie on the other side of Michigan. So like
Yeah,
what
it's on
happens
my
is
side.
the storms either go north or south of Toledo.
yeah,
So
they
like
Right.
so we get
Toledo.
some rain and some thunder and stuff. But all the tornado shit generally goes either to Bowling Green or to Justine.
Yeah.
And
nice. Right. So is
Now,
that like,
here-
so is that like you're almost getting hurricane like strength winds because it's coming in off the body of water like you do when you're on the coast of the sea? So it's almost like that.
Not quite hurricane
Yeah,
strength,
but still
but
strong, like because it's built
strong.
up over water and
Yeah,
Right.
you get sideways rain.
right. Yeah.
One day here, I was down here modding the Pulse, and I heard tick tick tick, bam 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 bam. I'm like, what the fuck? It was hail. It was hail.
Yeah.
And I was joking with DJ because DJ Big Red lives in Canada, like right across the lake, right?
Right.
And we were talking on Discord, and I said, okay, I might lose power, but I think I'm okay because I have my computer charged. But just in case, I'm telling you, there's tornadoes coming. And I said,
Yeah.
they're going to be coming to you in about, 20 minutes. And he thought I was kidding.
Really? Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. I'm like trying to warn you, this is coming your way.
I'm trying to warn you while I still can.
And so
it's like
it
20
passes
minutes
by
away.
me, and yeah, I'm fine. The sky turned green, and then it left. And then 20 minutes later, DJ goes, "Oh, I'm getting rain. I'm getting rain." I'm like, I told you. I told you were going to get hail and rain, didn't
I've
I?
only ever seen the sky go green once, and we were pulled in at a service station on the motorway. where they have like food courts and toilets or whatever, and it would look like the pressure was building up and everything. I looked up at the sky and, like you say, it was green, and it was just like I've never seen it before or since. I was like,
Isn't
that's
that
so
weird?
weird. Yeah,
That happens here all the time. So that's a
right.
halo for a tornado, is that the sky
Oh,
will go like a weird yellowish green color for some reason. It's like the sky gets sick when there's some type of rotation in the cloud.
too much stress, and then it goes green.
It goes green. It is the weirdest thing, but
Yeah, it's
the one time I've had a couple of brushes with tornadoes. One was when I lived up north in the upper lower peninsula, and the other time was driving Jordan home in on an afternoon, and the tornado siren went off right next to us at a stoplight, and the guy in front of us freaked out and went through the stoplight. He ran the stop light, and I turned to Jordan. I'm like, "We're not panicking. We're not going to do that. That could get us killed. Okay, that's a really stupid thing to do. And if we weren't so close to your house right now, I would take you back home because this is crazy. There's a tornado here, like around here somewhere, and I'm looking around for it as I'm driving. I'm trying to look, and I see it ahead, and all it is like this ominous black cloud, and it's like chunky, and I can't quite see the funnel, but we're going toward it, and I'm like, oh Jesus. Oh God, okay. So I keep getting to it, but there's no wind shear, there's nothing that I know of that's dangerous. So I keep going toward his house. I drop him off. I'm like, okay, you're okay. And then I start heading back the opposite way because I'm not going toward it anymore. Duh. I'm heading back. So as I'm heading back, I turn on the road to go back home, and I see the remnant cloud coming over, and it's this huge, like it looked like a cornucopia in the sky. It was just this twisting madness.
oh God.
I took a picture of it. It was black and massive and nasty looking, and you could tell where. And when I got back home, I looked it up, and sure enough, that tornado was on the road just north of where my stepson lived, and just northeast of where he was staying. If I had driven up to that road to take it home, I would have run into that tornado. So I did not do that.
Blimey.
Yeah, I wanted to just to like kind of show you what I'm talking about with like how our weather operates. So like this is how like basically the storms all come from like over here, like down here, like Kentucky and Illinois and all that, and it just drifts over, and that's like Michigan, and then like everything just sort of drifts over. All of this just fucking skates right around Toledo,
Oh yeah.
except for like
Yeah.
that's just rain, but then like all the more severe stuff. Whoop. Hi,
Yeah.
Justine. Whoop. There you go.
Yeah,
There's
there
just-
you go.
there's just-
Detroit gets it.
there's-
Screw you.
Yeah.
There's everyone down south. Hello, everyone. Weather, bad weather. But here in Toledo, it's like, it's like a little,
It's just interesting, isn't it? Because there's things like that where it's like you can predictably say that it's going to be kind of like open over that body of water, but not guaranteed all the time. But a large percentage of the time, like you say, it's splitting over that body of water, and the weather systems are kind of going from southwest up to northeast across the country or east. Because it's like the UK, our winds go, certain way one time of the year, and generally speaking, another way another time of year. Generally speaking,
Okay.
so yeah.
Ours, generally
Fucking-
speaking, go from west to east. If you get something going east to west, you generally have a hurricane going on.
Right.
It'll back up. So here's our I finally was able to bring up it through weather.gov. I couldn't bring it up through NOAA.
Yeah, because you must have some because your weather must be because you've got like that massive Great Lakes, other bodies of water around there as well, and you haven't got that anywhere else in the States like that. So then
Nope.
you've got the general continent's weather and then that localized weather system there due to all that water plonked there.
Yeah.
So,
What
yeah.
happens is the weather travels over this part, these lakes. And so this is where Grand Rapids is over here. They will get
Oh, right.
pummeled because all of the clouds gain a strength over this lake
Yeah, right.
and they suck up all the water and
Like
then just
supercharged and then right,
Yup.
and then it bumps there.
bomb cyclone right onto
Yeah.
these cities over here.
Mhm.
Then it loses strength as I'm way over here. Like way over here. So, but I'm right next to Lake St. Clair, which is like a connector lake between Erie and Huron to the,
That's
the
right.
Great Lakes. So I'm in
Pointing
a,
at on my
by a
phone.
minor-ish lake considering, but it's still huge. So we get weird lake effect weather when it hits that lake. Everybody that lives near there, we get the snow squalls in the winter. Or in the summer, if it rains, it's like rain squalls. So it'll just rain, and done.
Right.
Like nothing.
Just dumps.
Right. And it'll dump
Yeah.
in one spot. So, and then you'll go like 3 blocks, or a mile ahead, and there's nothing.
Is
It's
there-
sunshine.
Is the land higher either side of that lake or on the bottom part of it? Around the bottom part
It's
of it?
kind of all like right here. It's in a valley-ish. We're on kind of the
Okay.
uptake of the valley because Detroit is in a valley. So as you come out of Detroit, and I'm right next to Detroit. So I'm kind of more in the valley. But as you go north, it gets higher. The elevation gets higher and
Right.
higher and higher.
Right. Because
As
it's
you
like
go
in the
north.
UK, very generally speaking, Scotland's hilly and mountainous, and then the left-hand side of the country, like Wales and the Lake District. And then so you get like the clouds go over, and then as they're pushed upwards by the hills and the mountains, the water condenses out, and then it rains. So yeah, I was wondering if there was a similar effect to that going on where you are. So
Yeah, exactly. So like it'll push this way across the Great Lake. It'll spit all over this. It'll weaken. It'll get to us and kind of do a little bit, but then if it's strong enough and it hits this part in Erie and St. Clair, it'll build up strength again. And this is how Buffalo really gets it too. Because then it
Right.
builds up strength over Erie, and then Buffalo just gets. Because Erie stretches this whole way. Bam.
Yeah,
It's
they're-
this
they're,
long lake.
they're massive.
Yeah, they're
'Cause it's
huge.
like-
Yeah, and actually,
Canada-
Canada is actually closer to me than Justine is by like because of by geography.
Yeah. Canada
'cause
reaches around, so like you can see like
Reach
the
around.
little. Yeah, I know exactly. It's a reach around. You see like it's shaped like a glove. So my state is literally shaped like a glove, and so I live like down here, right, right there. So it gets it's
The bottom of the
just
thumb.
at the bottom of the like near the wrist.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll get a lot of it's just bizarre. The weather here
On
is strange.
the map of the whole states, Michigan looks like a blue-head Muppet looking upwards at the sky.
Ah! Oh God! Existence is pain.
I always thought that the Upper Peninsula looked like a rabbit. It was a rabbit in a glove.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. The Canadian
Yeah.
reach.
Well,
But we had nice weather today, so there's nothing over us. We got lucky today. It's all in the middle of the country, so there's red flag warnings out in Colorado, and that's in southwestern Colorado, right there near New Mexico. And Arizona's just as usual having like horrible this is extreme heat watch right there. It's probably like 300 degrees. Let's see.
and then they got this swirly looking
Oh,
thing.
111 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
They got
Yeah, that-
they got
that
like
doesn't
almost like a
look good.
hurricane going on in,
Yeah, that
in
doesn't look
Canada.
good. I was just
Look at
thinking
this.
that doesn't look. That looks a bit curly.
That's
I don't know if
swirly.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Canada. What the hell is going on in Canada?
Because hasn't Canada got like some ridiculous percentage of all the world's fresh water as well? Like it's some like
Well, there's a lot of
70% of the world's
lakes.
fresh water is in Canada or something. It's something
There's a
crazy
lot
like
of lakes up in
Look
Canada.
look
yeah,
how
it's
lakey
crazy.
this
Well,
whole
plus we
response.
share the
Lakey.
Great Lakes with them too. So we share Superior and we share, well, they've got in Lake Ontario,
And then
Mm,
there,
Erie, not so much,
there's
but Ontario and Huron and Superior we share with Canada.
mm, mm.
So those are, they're just massive. Those things, these lakes are so big. They
Yeah.
act like oceans,
Yeah,
you
in
know.
inland seas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they have tides. I mean, they're smaller tides. They're not the same.
Mm.
They're not ocean
Oh, it's
tides.
20%. Oh, I just gave Canada about 50% too much of the world's fresh water. But still, 20% for one country is still pretty good going.
Yeah,
I think the percentage has just got bigger in my head over the years, clearly.
gets bigger and
The
bigger.
greatest, like,
But
I would
yeah,
sing the
so
Canadian national anthem at this point if I knew it, but I have no idea. Lake Michigan
oh
has a Nessie.
Canada.
Really? Lake Michigan has a Nessie. Who knew that? Pete, did
Yes,
you know that?
yes. Lake
Is
Michigan
that
has a
is that
Nessie.
because of, so are you telling me that not only is Scotland got a lot of Scottish human immigrants, but also there's a Nessie immigrant from Scotland as well?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this what we're saying?
Let's look her
That's
up.
crazy.
So, it's a Loch Ness monster. It's a sea serpent in Lake Michigan.
Wow.
And what's for over 100 years, sightings describing a large, often serpentine creature lurking in the deep water. Lake Michigan is a weird place. There is
Oh,
also,
I've got to Google this. This is
you can also Google this. There's a Bermuda Triangle in Lake Michigan where planes have disappeared, ships have disappeared,
ooh,
and it keeps happening. Airplanes just get sucked up. There's something, obviously, what I think is
ooh.
scientific that's going on there. That's, messing up things, I'm sure. And
Oh,
yeah,
like
craziness.
secret government stuff, you mean? Something like DARPA or...
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's something natural. It's
Oh, okay.
something that we don't understand that's going on in the water, either electromagnetically or something just like what's going on in the Bermuda Triangle, where planes get knocked out of the sky, right? And I think it's something to do with electromagnetics, because if you can, you got to be able to get rid of the electricity, get rid of the,
Like
what's going
discharge.
on with. Yeah, and so it's got to be some kind of electromagnetic pulse, natural, that we don't understand. That's my theory. I don't know though. Maybe it is just aliens down there freaking setting off EMPs and screwing us.
That's what I used to think about the Bermuda Triangle when I was younger. Is it's aliens grabbing our stuff to melt them down and make more UFOs with.
Or Atlantis. I used to think that, think about
Yeah.
Atlantis and like where they placed it and everything, and I would think, well, that's kind of near where the Bermuda Triangle is. I wonder if that's where they, ended up nuking the world and changing it, or what, I don't know. I've read the Illuminati trilogy, so there's that. Which ended up being a joke, which made me very sad. But anyway. All right, well, we've talked everyone's ear off. This has been a fun day. That went by really fast, actually.
Did we learn
Shocked.
anything about men's mental health?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not, but it was fun talking about
We-
it. I think we
we
did a
talked
little
about it a
bit.
bit.
See,
Yeah.
Yeah,
see
we
you
could
next
talk
time for the sequel, Women's Health.
Do we really want to talk about that? I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that
Anyway.
comment earlier in Chatty where you're like, hey, there's no
Women-
women's health. After all, it's men's mental health. Because they're fucking mental. Oh, also, E, are you recovered because you were in blooming hospital and everything and really
Yeah, I'm
ill?
okay. I'm fine. I don't know. I mean, par for the course. I've got heart failure, and COPD, and like other fucking litany of issues, and I mean, I'm prone to have a couple days where maybe my blood pressure might skyrocket into dangerous territory.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was it. Because
I
you're
did
was it
the
210 over 150 or something?
yeah 210 over
210.
150. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I
Thanks,
mean,
Hugh.
Yes. Yeah.
it's gonna
I'm
it's gonna
glad you guys
happen.
enjoy the
So
show. I really
I,
I
I'd
just
have, I'd have, yeah, I'd have been taking at least a couple of days off. And it's like,
yeah.
nope.
all
Even if I
right,
felt
yeah.
fine.
Lori,
Yeah,
sis, good
I'm
to
just
see ya.
Hi, Laurie.
taking it easier, and I'm
Yeah.
slowing down, and yeah,
Yeah.
no one's fighting me
I
on
mean,
it,
I know you
so
like it
it's,
there, but
yeah,
you don't want to get carried away. Eh? They'll be expecting
right,
things from you.
I know. Yeah, I've learned to play stupid at my job.
I
I
mean, you've
have.
already bedazzled them with your new vegetable preparation techniques. I mean, flipping heck, be careful. Just be careful.
Totally.
Don't be shining too much, E. Steady on.
Play stupid. Don't let on you
Yeah.
know
Don't be a victim
anything
of your own success.
anymore.
You'll be getting promotions and shit before you know it.
hi Lori.
Who
Or
wants
they'll just
that?
promote
I
your manager and leave you there. That's the problem.
I don't know. I still to this day will refuse any management offers or
Yeah.
requests.
Well, obviously, I'm glad
Uh,
to see that
I don't
you're
blame you.
recovered and everything. And yeah, let's hope we don't
yeah,
have any
thank
repeats
you,
of
man.
that.
Oh,
I
Frank, are
bounce
you
back.
gonna go? Oh, wow, that's so cool, dude. Oh, wow,
Oh,
that's great. He's gonna
hmm,
go.
cool.
I there that link that I've pinned. There is gonna be a live stream on July 4th of the memorial. I will definitely be
Oh,
there
yeah.
because it's like six
I
thirty
think
in the
it's,
morning, and I'm usually up, so I am definitely going
yeah.
to
I was going to
be
say, I think
there.
it's 11:30 UK time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know other people's times, but yeah, I think it's like 3:30 in the morning for Valerie's time, I think she
For
said.
Valerie, yeah, it's
Yeah,
six
so
thirty.
Colorado
It's
area.
4:30 for her time, and it's
Oh,
six
okay,
thirty for
4:30.
mine. She's 2 hours
Right,
behind me.
right.
You're 5 hours ahead of me, so that's
Yeah,
how I think of it.
yeah,
So I'm like, okay, if it's at 11:30 in the morning there, then it's at 6:30 in the morning here, and I'm always up. I'm usually up at 5:30 a.m. 6, even on the weekend. So I'll be awake, and I will definitely be at that live stream because I can't make it to the UK, but I'm really glad that Valerie's going and Frank, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. That's really awesome. So
yeah.
dig
That'd be good.
that. Yeah, really good. One day I'm going to get over there. They're supposed to give me a good bonus next year, so I may plan a trip there next year. We'll see, because life is too damn short, for this shit.
Incoming.
Yeah, and the American invasion,
Mm.
the indie
Hmm.
music community. Ah, watch out, run! All right, you guys, it's time. I love yous, and we'll see. Tomorrow's the Pulse. Don't forget, 7:15 Eastern Standard. We're gonna have a really. I
That's with
forgot who we're.
Frank Terzo, right?
Yes, Frank Turzo's
The
show. It's gonna
Pulse
be a
with
great
Frank
show,
Terzo.
and we got the Tuesday's Gone and Tuesday. Whatever else we got, I cannot think of the top of my head. If anybody
Tuesday's
else can
gone
think.
with Pole Vault and Sunshine Archer.
Sunshine Archer. We got that on Tuesday. Wednesday, I think, is Axe. And then you can always go and see DJ Big Red's list. He always puts one up every day, and it's awesome. Tells you exactly what shows are on. So, with
Oh,
that,
he doesn't just do it for Fridays then. He does it for every day.
yes, he does it every day. He has so if you go to DJ Big Red's page, yes, Hugh, definitely. We're definitely gonna get together.
Oh,
We're all gonna meet in real
I,
life.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So there's he puts one up every day. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So even our show's up there. on Sundays. So you can go to his community post page,
Nice.
and he'll have that. You can just go there and click the links.
Right.
So he
Awesome.
does all that work for us. Yeah. All right. Have a wonderful night, guys, and we will see you next week with whatever topic we can think of.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Avida saying sayonara.